Hopefully we're going live. Been waiting on Lightning now for a while. 97 minutes according to Mike Joy. So we're ready to be back live. That was brutal, but I think we're okay. Welcome back. Hopefully you're ready to go. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. Stuck in the catch fence. Just had a 97-minute delay. That was brutal. Good finish to the IndyCar race. So if you're able to watch that, not a big IndyCar fan, but it's fun to watch the end. We went red flag after 2 laps because Tyler Reddick wrecked on the very first turn on the second lap. So we're ready to get going here. I have no idea what's happening on TV, by the way. We'll get to your running order in just a second. I'll be sharing my screen here in a second. I'm sure Joe will be here in a little bit as well.
There's 107 of those steps from the track. Yes, they are. Kyle Larson at the ready. Matt's picking up the pace. No, there he goes. He's jogging up those steps. Back on the lead lap now, baby. Yes.
There we go. Now I got it.
That's just road for numbers that don't lie. Neither does SMD. 5 laps complete.
Drivers now getting back in their chairs on their cars.
That's not cracked. I got it. It is. It's right there. Oh, is that cracked? Yeah, that's cracked. That's minor, Mike. Oh, yeah. Both of you need readers to see anything. It's definitely a crack. But I want to go back to the pulsator. Yeah, he took the inside, Mike. That was almost a bad idea. You think he'll make a different change? I think he'll go outside. We saw in the truck race yesterday. The leader always took the high side and took the lead as a result of that. I think it's just too hard to make momentum down on the bottom. That guy on the outside can match your start.
All right. Trying to get everything set up here before we get started. Seems like my technology was in a weather delay as well. There we go. I think we're good. There we go. I think we're good now. Let's see. Can you see that? It was rough, Cody. It was rough. 97 minutes. Hey, if you want the link to join in, I'll send it to you. Kyle Busch rocking the glasses with the nasal strip. Probably not the sexiest look in NASCAR. The glasses with the nasal strip. But when you're Kyle Effenbush, you can wear whatever the hell you want. Cody, can you hear me? I'm gonna show you something. I was watching this during the commercial break. I'll have to pull it up. It's pretty hilarious. Let me find it. Search. Chandler Smith got in an altercation with Jeb Burton last night at the Portland race. And Jeb Burton said he let his fist do the talking and he was going to break his nose. And Chandler Smith retweeted with a video about how he felt, or how Jeb Burton said he felt it, talking about being punched. And it was magical. So I'm going to stop sharing that. I'm going to bring up Chandler Smith, share tab audio. We're good to go on this. Okay. This might be super loud. I have no idea. I'm going to turn it down just a little bit. But this is between Chandler Smith and Jeb Burton, who got in an altercation after the Portland race yesterday. And so let me know if you can see this, Cody. TV. It's not about TV yet. Okay. I'm going to show you this. Hopefully it should have the audio. And this is pretty amazing. So here we go.
So he's going to get a broken nose after this race.
Are you sure about that?
Let's see that in an instant replay.
So he's going to get a broken nose after this race.
And that right there is why I love this sport. I mean, that is absolutely beautifully done.
Fantastic event. These guys.
What's up, Joe?
Hey. Look at that. Cody, shut up.
All right, we are back to
Did you see that video I just showed, Joe?
No, I was logging in when you did it.
Okay, I'm going to show it to you too, because it is definitely worth watching again.
Send Cody a link. Tell him to get on here.
I told him he could jump on, but he's just not built that way. Hold on. This is magical. This is why I love NASCAR. That ending was really good to the race. You there, Joe? Joe, can you hear me?
Yeah, I had you turned off. Old Michael is eating chicken nuggets, and he just pulled the ranch out of the refrigerator, and he brought it to me, and he said, "Is this ranch?" We don't hardly ever use ranch dressing because we're not big salad eaters. So he wanted to know if the ranch was still good. It was. Ranch
Gotcha.
has an extremely long shelf life. I don't know if you're aware of that.
Yeah.
That just said 2025 on it.
That's really good. Can you see my screen right now?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. This is kind of loud. I'll turn it down a little bit. This is hilarious.
So he's going to get a broken nose after this race.
Are you sure about that?
Let's see that in an instant replay.
So he's going to get a broken nose after this race.
So, Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, I think that's hilarious.
That's magically done, isn't it?
It does have an extremely large shelf life to Cody Turner. The orange Hawaiian punch I was drinking earlier is like 7.5 years old.
Yeah, I actually had orange Hawaiian punch from Vietnam.
Right. Yeah.
Agent Orange. That's
They
what I
used-
called it.
Yeah. They used to call that hot tang.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are we waiting on?
Well, we waited 97 minutes for a couple lightning strikes.
The race would have been over by now.
Yeah. Literally, we would be doing a post-race show in about half an hour.
No. We still doing that then?
I don't know. We'll see. So you changed your name again? First you went D because you're a UC fan and you used the Ohio State thing, but now it's Sluggo.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Joe, let's talk about the race real quick. We had a green flag. Tyler Reddick wrecked on the second lap, and then we had lightning. So what are your thoughts so far?
Kyle Larson.
There you have it, folks. Stuck in the catch fence. We'll be here for the rest of the race as well. Is my TV loud?
No, I can't hear it. I'll
right.
say I don't know. I don't. Hey, they're on the track. Look at this.
What the hell's a papadilla?
I don't know.
Is that like
Cody, what's a
is that a
papadilla?
Spanish pimp? What is that?
Cody is a Spanish pimp.
Honestly,
I think it's awesome that I'm like the sideshow here. Like we get full Ryan Peters, a little square of Joe.
oh, that's because I'm supposed to be sharing my screen. I'll take a my bad. I'll take a my bad on that. Yeah,
Fuck your couch.
yeah. Well, I am as what most people know in the business as retarded. So
Ooh, that's a hard R.
looks. I don't care.
Papa
It's
John's
only offensive
calzone.
if you claim
It's
it.
called a papadilla?
I thought Papa John got canceled.
No, just the guy that what's
Just John.
yeah,
just John Schnatter got canceled.
Just John got canceled. People were like,
Yeah,
we
the
can't-
guy that is Papa John.
Yeah, we can't cancel Papa John completely. We love that shit. That guy's just got to go.
That guy right there. They gave him a shirt and he's wearing it around his neck. They put it on NASCAR's official Twitter.
Here we go. Boogity,
I'm not
boogity, boogity. Amen.
I'm just coming out of turn 4, Joe. You might be a little bit
I
ahead
am.
of me.
Ooh, Kyle Busch wrecks on the restart.
I knew that was coming. I knew for a fact that
I'm
was
just
coming.
kidding. I'm gonna turn this up.
Oh my God, going way wide. Is that the dinger?
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I'm not going to change it because I want to hear it.
Well, if this is the type of restarts, Joe, we get the whole race. This is going to be some good racing, especially when it comes down to the end because these cars have been right next to each other. It don't matter what kind of restart you get.
Right. That's not like really
Kyle's
loud
been
in your ear.
low.
Is it?
No, I'll just mute you if it is. But Kyle's been low on a restart, couldn't get away. Been high on a restart, couldn't get away. I'm actually surprised they didn't give the lead to Ryan Blaney when they threw the yellow flag out. Yellow flag, red flag, green flag.
Yeah, it
out.
seemed like he was overtaking Kyle Busch right before Reddick decided to wreck himself.
Cody, I know, is a big Auto Traders guy. That's probably one of his favorite, if not his favorite, Martin Truex paint schemes. I'm rocking the 3 Chi. I got the 3 Chi. Don't do cannabis-related gummies or whatever that is, but I do think the car's nice.
Why can't you do the cannabis-related gummies?
I just don't desire to partake in those activities.
Huh.
What is it called? It's not cannabis. I know it's. What did I call it, Cody? I called it Auto Trader, didn't I? I called it the thing more people know than auto owners. That's on me. Joey Logano is Auto Trader. It's my first day.
Yeah.
William Byron rocking the paint scheme that we haven't seen a whole lot this
Joey
year.
Logano. I
It
hate
used
that.
to be the primary.
Did you see Joey Logano's paint scheme today?
Is that a bunch of
Of
pictures?
himself.
No
Yeah.
way. What a prick.
No, I actually think it has all like the Penske past champions on it, but there's a bunch of pictures of him. He's about to wreck Kevin Harvick.
Well, God, that guy's he's like 300 years old. They're going to have a lot of pictures of Penske stuff. Hopefully we get racing like this all day. The cool thing is, Joe, is the racetrack looks exactly the way it was before we left because it never rained. Just had lightning. Here I am muted so that I can't hear Clint Boyer, and here you are making me have to hit
Yeah, Clint Boyer's dumb.
Cody, you would like Busch Light.
Honestly, though, not a lot of cars I dislike. You know, if you want people to see Mr. Cody Turner's comment, just go ahead and click on it.
Click on
Yeah.
it. I actually had it up earlier to where it was an overlay, but it took up a lot of the
It
screen.
does. Just click on his comment.
What if I just keep clicking buttons?
Yeah, just click on his comment. Hey, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah. Honestly, though.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
Joe. I appreciate
Hey,
that.
you're welcome.
This is my first time at Command Center 1. Typically, Joe does not give up those powers. But after what we like to call Pride Wrestling in honor of June, he's been forced to do
Yeah,
that.
I had a big day Pride Wrestling last night. We actually had drag Pride Wrestling, and I was in the top. I was in the top two. Lost my last match last night.
Yeah.
To a person with the name of Bubba. I go by Jolene when I'm drag Pride Wrestling, but
It makes sense why you don't like Bubba
yeah,
Wallace.
and
Kinda like
for
it's-
whatever
it's
reason,
like a PTSD type thing.
and I told him after I got after I got my ass kicked. That you're supposed to at least change your name, and they were like, "Shut up," and I was like, "Yes, sir, ma'am."
Yeah. It's weird that, and it makes sense now why you have a tattoo that says property of them.
Yeah, they, them, she, him.
If you're new joining us, this is Ryan and Joe here on Stuck in the Catch Fence. We're doing a live stream, the first time we've done it for a Cup Series race. And hopefully you enjoyed the 97-minute lightning strike delay like we did.
And also, if you're new to this channel, we will give you a reason to cancel us about every 3.5 minutes.
That's right.
And we also just learned we got fired from the radio station, so that's a plus.
That is something. That's something. It was weird that you did. Oh, your boy's going backwards,
I know.
Joe. He's terrible. Young garbage is what I call him.
Seriously?
No, actually, he's really good. Dude, have you been watching the Dirt series?
No.
You have to. It's about him,
I
man.
will watch it when it's all complete. Because here's what I don't. Here's what I don't like. I don't like starting shit and then not being able to finish it. Because when I sit down on a weekend to watch something, I want to watch it in its entirety. I will stay up for 72 hours to complete something. Boo, Denny.
That's your Navy SEAL days. That's what it is.
What?
Why you stay up for 72 hours? Oh my God, they are booing.
I was a cook.
Oh, shut up, Joe. Nobody else knows.
And they didn't even let me cook. I had to give Lunchables out. I joined the Army, and they said, "You're going to be a cook." I thought I was going to learn how to cook. As it turns out, all I did was pass out MREs. Such a lie.
That's meals ready to eat for you civilian
Such
peasants.
a lie. I got to make biscuits and gravy one time, and didn't even make it to where it needed to go because I ate them all.
That sounds amazing,
Yeah.
actually.
I had biscuits and gravy this morning.
That's exactly what they'd be doing if you hear the running in the car. Here he comes. Yeah, he talked about it, Mikey Blaney, right on the bumper of the leader, Kyle Busch.
Are you a fan of our local restaurant gas stations that we have in VV, Ryan?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
there's one at the end of town called Abner's, and they are not a sponsor of the channel. I feel like they should be, but they have this stuff in the morning called breakfast bake, and I don't know if you've ever had their breakfast bake down there, but that is about the best breakfast you can eat, especially if they throw some gravy on it.
Yeah, Cody's a big fan of Abner's.
Is he?
Actually. Yeah.
Good job, Cody. I feel like that's sarcastic.
No, I'm being completely
No.
genuine.
I hear they're a big fan of Cody. I think Cody left us.
He might have. Hey, there we go. 97 minutes of not being able to watch racing, and Fox Sports, after 10 minutes, decides to go to a full commercial. Hey, Joe.
Hey,
Look.
they are great people. They are great people. And they have great food. You're right. You're right. The only thing I don't approve of at Abner's is Taco Tuesday. And I'll tell you why. I don't approve of Taco Tuesday in general, but I feel like they go over the top. So Taco Tuesday, right? The name of Taco Tuesday would imply you get tacos. Nobody gives you tacos on Taco Tuesday. It's always taco salad, which I could test is not a taco nor a salad. So it shouldn't count. And I'm so sick of taco salad in VV, Indiana. I can't stand it. What say you, Ryan Peters?
I don't have an opinion.
What about you, Cody Turner?
It seems like something very 2023 to get angry at something that doesn't deserve anger.
Taco salad deserves anger. It's not a taco. It's
About
not
like
a salad.
having to listen to commercials during our live stream.
You know what it is. That's what we're going to do with these live streams. Every commercial break, I'm just going to give you a ridiculous rant or tell you a dumb story.
Welcome to our weekly show.
I don't know. If this was F1 right now, we'd be watching a car with a 17-second lead, but at least we would be watching racing.
Well, yes to both accounts. And F1 race, not very fun.
No, it's terrible.
It was in Spain. Didn't even look like it sold out for the first time. There was a whole entire thing of stands that weren't full, which is very rare. Stewie tattoos greater than taco. I agree with that. I just not a great race. The IndyCar race, we watched the end of that, Joe. That was pretty exciting. Got a little hairy there. Will Power gained some got a little airborne.
Yeah. He did. What's his name? Took out his teammate.
Nobody got shot in Detroit. That's a plus.
You don't know that.
We'll be going.
Yeah.
Nobody got shot driving a car on the racetrack today. Cannot say that won't happen during the Chicago race, but we'll see. What is it on a level scale of 1 to 10? How excited are you for the Chicago
Negative
race?
12.
Negative 12.
I feel like that's a good number.
See, you're going back live, and I'm sitting here waiting. It looks like, at least what I can tell on my screen here, that Kyle Busch has a pretty solid lead, 3/4 of a second. Now the TV says 1 second.
Hey, let me ask you this: what streaming service are you using currently?
Fubo.
So yeah.
And if they keep increasing, I'm going to get rid of them.
I'm with the YouTube TV. Also not a sponsor. I don't know why I brought them up. But they seem to
your boy.
Do a good job. What is his deal today?
Boy is behind Corey LaJoie.
He doesn't have a great car. course, they haven't had great. He
Huh?
doesn't have a great car, I don't think, today.
Probably because Cody and I chose both of those drivers in our FanDuel lineup. It's always bad when you're watching your favorite driver and behind them is Ty Dillon.
Was Kyle Larson the favorite for today's race?
I don't know, Joe. When they went through it earlier, Denny Hamlin at plus 450 was the one that I remember the most.
Because I know at least on FanDuel, Kyle Larson cost the most money today.
Right. Now, look at this, Joe. I'm sure you saw this already, that screen graph there. I was thinking that the other day driving. They called it during qualifying checkers or wreckers, and that's a pretty good analogy for Kyle Larson's season. You being the resident Kyle Larson fan, how would you rate this year so far?
I mean, he's got 2 wins right now. I think you got to give that a success. I'm not a huge points guy. I mean, I think playoff points are important. But at the end of the day, the regular season, you're in it to win it. And if you wreck out of a race or get wrecked out by Denny Hamlin or somebody like that trying to win a race, and that is what it is. But I'd rather be competing for a win at the end of the race and just chilling in 8th or 9th place.
I think that's a key to that too. That graph, stats can be deceiving. Is a lot of those DNFs like you're talking about literally were racing for the win or in the top 3 at the moment of the time he ended up wrecking out too. Oh my God, Hendrick running order. You won't see nothing like that for most of the year. Holy cow.
They missed the mark, didn't they?
Well, Corey LaJoie hit the wall in qualifying.
Hey, Cody, am I beating you right now in FanDuel? I think I might be.
Probably. All those guys that we were talking about.
No, I took Kyle Larson.
Well, that's the thing. I think most people took Kyle Larson, so it doesn't hurt you. At least in a small group.
I didn't take Kyle Busch this week, though, which was really dumb because I normally take him, too.
Oh, you shed on him?
Yeah, I did.
You literally go, well, this is a smaller track, and I don't think he'll do well. Which, to be fair, your premise was good. It wasn't just an emotional shitting on him. It was an RCR shitting on him.
I will say, though, if the banking was more like Darlington, I wouldn't have shit on him this week. I just figured that this was a flatter track, and it's only 25 miles, not 1.3?
1.25.
Yeah,
yep.
This is kind of not really a mile and a half to me. It's not really a short track, but I thought the car would perform more like a short track this week than a mile and a half. So that was kind of my thought on that. It appears right now I'm wrong because Kyle Busch appears to have a pretty strong car today.
Yeah, he's actually gaining on the field now.
He 1.37 over Blaney. Blaney's catching him in that turn 3 and 4. He's taking that turn a little bit better, but the bigger turn in 1 and 2, Kyle's opening that lead up. So
you got him backwards, Joe. Yeah, the short turn is 1 and 2. The bigger turn is 3 and 4.
Okay.
I raced on NASCAR Racing 2003 last night. 67 laps. That's how.
So it's backward of what Darlington is, then, right? Okay.
Exactly. Yes, it's actually Darlington's original, because the start finish was on the front or on the back stretch compared to what it is. Yeah. I don't think there's no minnow pond here, but a shit ton of lightning, I guess. Hey, we got some more people joining us. Thank you. This is Stuck in the Catch Fence. I'm Ryan Peters. That's Sluggo. Yeah. Where the hell that came from?
Who knows?
Thank you for joining us. Let us know how you joined, how you found us, actually, how you joined. You clicked on us because I'm an idiot. And you'll find that out because I have a microphone in front of my face.
And stick around long enough because he will give you a reason to cancel this show in the next 3.5 minutes. We have a timer. Every 3.5 minutes, we say something just absurd that if somebody wants to cancel us on YouTube, they are able to do it.
Yeah, well, this is called beers and burnouts, not sweet tea or green tea, and I don't know. I can't think of anything that goes with green tea.
We should call it Kool-Aid and vodka and burnouts.
We could do that. We could do that. Some kart racing going on with Daniel Suarez.
Well, NASCAR side by side. because apparently NASCAR and Fox think that they need to show a commercial every 7.5 seconds.
Only 8 to go. What's amazing, Joe, too, I was discussing this before you jumped on earlier, is this probably is the only race where we aren't on a road course that's only 300
Right.
miles.
Yeah, it is a shorter race.
I'm not sure why. I know we're coming off the Coca-Cola 600.
Yeah.
But I don't have no clue why they decide that this race should be 300 miles and
Well, even
nobody else.
even Darlington gives us a 400 and a 500-mile race. So,
Yeah.
It is the Enjoy Illinois 300. And I think socialism or a tad bit of communism comes into play in that state when doing a race. So I think maybe there's a mandatory cutoff so everybody can be equal. And I think that, some people like racing 250 miles. Some people like racing 400 or 500. So they say, you know what, we're going to find common ground. We're going to meet right in the middle because that's what us socialists here in Illinois do.
Another thing too, Joe.
Restart the timer.
You're supposed to do that during commercials, not while we're racing. I totally lost my thought. I was getting ready to say something. I completely lost it.
Oh, man. Bad Brad about to
Who are they
get
talking
lapped. He did get lapped.
Is that who they're talking
Yeah.
about? Again, when you're in the same frame as Ty Dillon, not a great day.
I think I took Brad in my lineup, too. That's not good.
So one of the things on NASCAR Fantasy was, who do you think will finish higher, Brad or Busher, his teammate / employee? And I chose Brad. So sweet.
Pull that up real quick, see where I'm at.
Haven't seen a lot of movement. This has probably been one of the quickest first stages that we've had due to the red flag and the caution laps.
See, I always do this. I'm winning $17.
Yeah, that's why you don't check this early in a
Yeah,
race.
no. I'm saying I always set a different lineup than what I do in our lineup, and
Oh, that's the one that
Yeah.
wins. Well, that's better than nothing.
Cody, you're currently 4th. I'm 2nd. I'm beating you. Throwing that out there.
Did they say that Kyle Busch lost his crew chief during this inspection? It's hard for me to hear. I'm actually having to hear it based upon yours. So these are noise canceling headphones, which are not good for hearing your TV, Joe. I don't know if you know
I can
that.
turn it up a little bit.
No, it's okay.
There you go, buddy.
I'm just going to refer to you as questions because you can hear.
Some of that lap traffic. He's been one of the fastest cars on the track here over the last 5 or 6 laps. Final lap of this stage.
Kyle's still opening up that lead.
Another thing, Joe, I'm not sure you knew this. Did you know that no driver has won from the pole this year?
No, I don't guess I did. I haven't put much thought into it.
First stage win of the season for Kyle Busch. If you're a Kyle Busch fan, you know that for a fact because Kyle Busch is awful on getting stage points and stage victories. So good for Kyle Busch. Really, the opening start was about the only thing that we had in question in terms of a battle for the lead. But outside of that, a dominant performance from Rowdy.
Yeah.
So, Joe, I'm going to give you the floor. I'll be right back.
I don't know. You think I should tell another tattoo story or what?
You can do whatever you want. We're here as long as YouTube lets us.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. Why don't you run and get another Bud Light, and I'll just kind of talk here for a little bit. Bud Light Apple. Yeah, when Ryan gets back, I'm gonna have to step.
I can't hear you, and you're an asshole.
Step away for a minute. That's kind of interesting. I think that nobody's won from the pole position yet this year. That we have definitely seen that. Pole position is pretty much dominated this year in IndyCar and F1. Obviously F1. Because if you get the pole in F1, you're going to win the race. I think there's like a 98.2. I think that's actually the percentage. 98.2% chance that you're going to win an F1 race if you win the pole. So that's very interesting to me. It really shows, I think, how competitive NASCAR is and how exciting it can be to other forms of auto racing. IndyCar's made a great comeback this year as far as excitement. We've had one of the best Indy 500s this year that we've had in a very, very long time, I think, as far as excitement and passing and just quality of race. As boring as some of the some of the short tracks have been this year, I really that the more I think about it, it does kind of astound me that nobody's won from the pole. Which, if you're a statistics-driven person, and especially if you got money on this race, and that's not looking real great for Rowdy for the rest of this race. But we'll see how it goes. He seems like he has a strong car. We'll see how this restart goes for him. But yeah, that's pretty interesting to me. Cody, if you're still on here, did you know that? I guess Cody Turner has left us. He was giving us some great comments, but so Ryan. I was just talking. I was kind of expanding or expounding on nobody's won from the pole position. I mean, when you think about F1 and even IndyCar and other forms of racing, I think F1. I think I saw something on the pole position. You have over a 98% chance as an F1 driver of winning that race from the pole. So you're almost guaranteed by 98% a win if you take the pole in an F1 race. And
that's essentially being guaranteed. Yeah. I mean, 98% for God's sakes.
So
how can you watch a competitive motorsport if that's what you're being dealt?
And I would say that 2% is probably mechanical failure. Is so that's pretty much saying that there's a 2% chance of mechanical failure or driver error. If that doesn't happen, they're going to win this race because there's no way to pass this guy. So I was just thinking, so as boring as some of the short tracks have been, it is kind of amazing to me. Like I said, I'm beating a dead horse at this point because I was talking about it the whole time you were away. That nobody's won from the pole position this year in NASCAR. That's crazy.
I thought that's what Churchill Downs does, is beat dead horses.
No, they don't. Well, they might beat them after they're dead.
They beat them till they're dead.
Beat them till they're dead. I think they just drug them till they're dead.
Actually, they had to. The few races moving forward are not going to be at Churchill Downs. They had to move it away from that.
What?
They think that the horses are, because of the track, that's what's causing their injuries. So they're moving their races moving forward from Churchill Downs. Not the Kentucky Derby next year, but I think the rest of the races the rest of the year.
Oh, well, do you know why? There's probably a good reason for that. And
I have no idea. I'm not in the
no, either am I. I mean, I watch the Kentucky Derby every year, maybe the Kentucky Oaks the day before if I have a chance to. But I did hear, I was watching something, most of these tracks, as ridiculous as this sounds, and if anybody's watching or catches this, please correct me if I'm wrong. But a lot of the tracks are using like synthetic dirt. Like it's not real dirt, apparently. Yeah. And Churchill Downs still uses real dirt. So I think these horses are trained and they're not used to running on that surface. And well, just like you, when you go, you're not used to running. And when you do, you have a high probability of breaking a leg. And
well, I'm not no pussy willow. I still run on real
you're
dirt.
Just a kumquat.
Speaking of dickweeds, we're going into a pit stop on Joey Logano's hood cam right now. So let's see how
that was quick.
These pit stops go. The first time that we've had any pit stops the entire day.
10.1, 10.
So,
Ryan Blaney's out on 10. Let's see where Denny Hamlin goes.
Thanks, Joe.
What? Ooh, Denny, bad stop. 11.3. Kyle Busch, 11.1. He's still get out first? He did. His
Well,
pit stop was
we-
almost 11 or a second longer than Ryan Blaney's, and he still got out front.
Well, and that's awesome. Just now watching this
He was
from your standpoint.
Yeah, he was probably speeding down pit road. That's probably how that happened.
Well, we saw last week the importance of pit stall number 1. I think William Byron, they said, gained 18 different spots last week by having the first pit box. Words, again, are very hard.
Yeah.
And obviously having the first pit box gives you a kind of an error there because you don't have to worry about weaving in and out of cars and things of that nature.
Yeah.
If you have COPD, ask your doctor about Breasttree.
Just enjoying these commercials,
Evidently.
Why would we want to see the rest of the pit stops? What does that say?
My phone?
No. Oh, I thought something popped up on our screen there about speeding, but
No, it just says stage 1 conclusion. Twitter is where you find the hot stuff for speeding. So let me get on Twitter.
where at on Twitter?
Just whoever's covering it. I follow a lot of people.
Yeah.
And here you go, Jeff Gluck. So much for this. Spindrick sped on pit road. And X got a penalty. Jesus. Well, there you go. Cody Turner just started punching the air. Joe, did you see that local high school Rising Sun was down by 5 runs in the bottom of the last inning and scored 6 runs to win their regional?
I did not. Congratulations to them.
Yeah, Rising Sun. That's a pretty awesome deal right there.
Where whose Twitter page are you watching?
I have J-Ski up. I have Jeff Gluck. I have Bob Pockross. Truex to the rear for removing equipment. Cindric too fast on pit road. And it looks like those are it for now.
VIP experiences and so much more. Earn points from the track or at home. Check in on your phone, complete your profile.
Truex's gas can didn't come out of the Truex car before he left pit road. So there goes Truex's good run so far.
Ridiculous.
NASCAR showing their fan rewards. I've been racking up the rewards on that, Joe. I'm getting pretty close to doing something pretty good.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So, again, Joe, if you've watched NASCAR, because it's such a moving entity, you can have the TV on, you can have Twitter on, you can be listening to us and having a conversation. It's kind of have to have all these things to really get a full picture. Well, number one, because Fox Sports will do the worst job of bringing you the full picture.
Mm-hmm.
So you can watch this and know that Martin Truex and Austin Cindric are moving to the rear before anybody else. And, we're getting some Kenny Wallace dirt action? You better watch
Yeah.
this. This is your thing. Modifieds?
Yeah.
That's a small track.
Yeah.
God, that just looks like downtown traffic.
Will you put my other camera on, please?
Your other camera?
Yeah.
It's very small.
That's okay.
Do you want me to make it like bigger screens?
No.
Let's see what this is.
In December, so it's a crazy event, and I was doing a little lip fire there, having some fun. I had a little racing last night. A lot of racing in this area. Look how we're doing.
There we go.
Are you making what?
I just thought
I won last night.
throw Bob up here.
I run second. I thought about that last night. I said I can't run second.
Kenny Wallace evidently just got off the golf course, Joe.
He did.
We won last night.
I want to give props. The Kenny Wall show is very entertaining. It's just him pretty much telling people how it is on Twitter / YouTube, and pretty entertaining.
I bet
I
Bob.
want to make it to where
I bet Bob didn't know he was
I
going to
wanna-
be part of our show today.
No, I bet Bob doesn't want to be part of our show.
Well, he is.
I want to make it to where you can see my stuff, but I don't think I can.
Here, yeah, we'll take this down. I'll just have it up there if we need it.
Might as well just do that on a.
Oh my God!
All right, here we go.
Can't even get a lap in.
I'm just now on the restart. Kyle clearly has an opportunity to grab first place. And McDowell spins. Ooh, man, as slow as he was going, he hit the wall pretty good, Joe.
Yeah.
His tire looks good. All you have to do is notice the toe. Oh, look who was involved. Pencil neck.
Yeah, why? What do I do? Hate that guy. So nice.
What? Is that why he wrecked him?
That was Chastain.
Sure.
He got
Surely
Chastain.
that's not-
McDowell got Chastain.
Surely not. I'm looking now, Joe. Jesus, man. I'm just glad it wasn't Logano hit him. You're right. It was Chastain.
I'm gonna make up a song. I'm gonna write a song for Ross Chastain.
Chastain does rhyme with ass pain.
Yeah.
Because he is a pain in everybody's ass.
That's a 1 week.
Look at Carson Hocevar. This looks like me on NASCAR Heat 5. Just ripping the wall.
That's a 1 week suspension for Chastain.
Oh dear God! No, wrong corner.
What are you doing? What are you doing, Kyle?
So, kind of to the point, they've mentioned this a few times, Joe. But pit road, the width is only 22 feet long, and then in comparison, last week Charlotte was 38 feet. So that's obviously a huge difference. And we can see Joey Logano getting frustrated. Looks like Cindric's coming to pit. Your boy Kyle Larson's coming to pit. Obviously, Michael McDowell's coming to pit. Ooh, that's pretty rough.
How hard he hit here. Oh, Suarez just missed it. There it is. Fox NASCAR breaks for another 35-minute commercial. I'm going to come at you with another great story.
What's that?
No, I don't have one. I've ran out.
Oh,
There's
okay.
been so many commercials already. My life's not
Right.
that. My life's not that exciting.
Yeah. No, Joe, it looks like Ross Chastain actually hit the, I don't know if you want to call them rumble strips, whatever you want to call them, the red and white strips at the bottom of that turn,
Yeah.
ends up turning into Michael McDowell and, well, gains another enemy. I mean, we've talked ad nauseum about Ross Chastain and what he's done for the sport. And it's done good for a channel. I'm not going to lie to you.
Right.
I mean, Ross Chastain has provided stuff to talk about. People listen, they tune in. We just posted a short that, a couple thousand people enjoyed when Denny Hamlin and Chase Elliott became friends. And, but how, man, I just keep going through. Like, it's almost every other week, Joe, he's gaining a new enemy.
Yeah,
And now go ahead and put Michael McDowell to the list. And Michael McDowell's not the type you want to mess with. Michael McDowell don't give an F. He will wreck you.
he might come out and wreck him.
We saw Michael. Who was it that he was pissed off during the All-Star race and wouldn't let by? Was that Ross?
I'm not sure.
He got mad at somebody at the All-Star race and wouldn't let him by.
Yeah, I'm not real sure.
I'll have to. I can't remember it right now.
Wendy's Strawberry Frosty is back for the summer, so Tyler has been spending a lot of frosty time outside.
Wonder if I can put in Michael McDowell in North Wilkesboro.
Like a strawberry.
It'll even out.
Choose Spice. Choose Wendy's.
They just played a Wendy's commercial talking about their
No,
what?
no results found.
What are you looking
Oh, Brad Keselowski gates are all lit up. He is on pit road and the hood is up. So it sounds like something electrical going on there.
for? Oh, poor Brad.
Front Row Motorsports, it's just a flesh wound. That's what that's pretty good. So they're trying to take some comic relief on the fact that their driver who was in the top 10 got hit.
Yeah.
Carson Hocevar up to position 22 in his first time driving.
Good for him.
Eric Estep, popular YouTuber. Ross definitely shot up the track after getting on the curbing, but McDowell didn't give him a ton of space. Number one, if you
McDowell
shoot
doesn't
up from
have
your
to give him any
position,
space.
that is exactly right, Joe. That is your fault if you shoot up the racetrack. So,
Hocevar's
trying to give
in
Ross the
20th.
benefit of the doubt, but it isn't easy.
Hocevar's in 20th.
Joe,
Top 20.
let me show you this, Joe. We'll switch the let's stop sharing there for a minute. Historic Racetrack and Aerial Views has decided to chime in on what has happened. Ross Chastain gang, rise up.
I think those might be the officials for the AFC Championship game.
Oh, Jesus. Let it go, Elsa. We're moving on. We're back to this year.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Amen. Here we go.
All right, so let's get back. Twitter always good enough for a little bit of comic relief there. Michael McDowell says, I believe that's what they call getting chastained on his radio.
Yep. And I believe he is right. Blaney's got a good car.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, that was, if you would have told me to pick somebody, I told you that's why I picked him in the weekly show. He does pretty good at this track. Ran well here last year. This is the most competitive we had up front was on the restart. So we'll see if they're able to dial up either one of these cars, either to make Kyle stronger, which I'm not sure how you could do that after what we saw in the first stage, or to make Blaney able to compete.
Blaney and Hamlin and Harvick bumping into each other there.
Yeah, and not much love is going to be lost if anybody sees. Oh my God, yeah, he almost got Chastain too, huh? Harrison Burton in the top 13.
Tyler Reddick's put in some work, sitting in the 13th position after that. After wrecking himself on the first or second lap.
Yeah, they said that he gained the most spots in stage 1. Obviously, making a hellacious comeback. Which the Toyotas have been fast, and it looks like Blaney's got a chance to clear, and he will clear Kyle Busch. So now we'll see Kyle Busch in traffic.
Yeah, Kyle Busch just needs to right hook him. What?
I don't think that's the case.
Oh.
Looks like Tyler Reddick running almost a lane and a half higher than anybody else, too. Going around Bubba Wallace. Is that who he's fighting with right now?
No.
Oh, look, they're getting to Tyler Reddick after you and I, Joe. You started that conversation, so your boy Ryan Preece has gained more spots than anybody else.
As you know, if we were actually in the booth for Fox, we would be doing a lot better job.
Yeah, because we wouldn't just be watching the TV broadcast. We'd be watching everything we can. Oh, Denny Hamlin looks like he's going to go under Kyle Busch here to try to grab second.
Yeah, we haven't got to see Kyle in dirty air yet today. It doesn't look like that car is putting up much of a fight when it gets in dirty air.
He's way up the track.
Yeah.
Well, and another thing, too, Joe, is when you run in first place, you win the stage, you dominate, you lead. I think everything but the first lap. Everybody else is making adjustments while you're not.
That's true.
I mean, so now we're probably seeing other drivers making adjustments. Kyle Busch probably kept his car the way it was, him and Randall Burnett, and now you have to see him fight. Now, hopefully, what we saw was Kyle's car was a really good long-term car. That the later that stage went on, Kyle kept gaining positions. I say that as the Kyle Busch fan. If you don't like Kyle Busch, then you probably hope his car turns to crap. Hocevar up to 18th place. Burton's fallen back a little bit, now to 16th. Allmendinger had a top 10 here last year. Looks like he's going to take away 10th place from Ricky Stenhouse. I want to give props to Stenhouse. He used to be the running joke, Ricky Stenhouse, but he's had a great year so far.
My boy JJ Yeley's in P32 right now. He's doing great.
Cindric 29th.
Oh,
Keselowski's 2 laps down.
Larson just taking spots away from Buscher.
Oh, my God. Man, look at Christopher Bell. I wonder why he's so far back. He had a top 10 here last year. And telling you what, Joe, we mentioned on the show how we thought this was a great opportunity for Corey LaJoie. Telling you what, he ends up finishing below 25th. I believe he's around 30th right now. Ain't nobody going to be ringing Corey LaJoie's doorbell or asking him to move up in this series for a prime ride anytime soon. If the best you can run is around 30th in Chase Elliott's car, I hate to say it, but I mean,
well, he's
probably
not taking a whole lot of risk either.
But he has to. He has to. Unless you want to run for Spire Motorsports your entire career, you got to take risks. And I'm sure otherwise they could have just said hell with Josh Berry running at Junior Motorsports and put Josh Berry back in it. Because Josh Berry has been way better in that car than what Corey LaJoie has shown very early in this race.
Well, I mean, I don't think there's any argument that Josh Berry is probably the potential of Josh Berry far exceeds the potential of Corey LaJoie. I mean, I don't think anybody can argue.
Do you?
Yeah.
You think that?
Yeah.
Josh Berry's a year older than Corey
I
LaJoie.
don't-
You think people he's going to be 33 next year?
Yeah,
It's not like Josh Berry's some spring chicken.
I understand that, but I think he's a better driver.
And Corey LaJoie's been in this sport way longer than Josh Berry has.
That's my point.
Okay. I mean, it's kind of twofold. Like, you could also say, well, he wasn't good enough to get in this sport for a long time. Proof is in the pudding. Joe, you're
Maybe
as
he
of
just
right now,
didn't
you're
have
not wrong.
$6 million.
He had something. Right now, he's got 30th place, which is where he qualified after hitting the wall twice. So Brad being told they don't see anything wrong, something's been running wrong. Charles Leclerc in the Formula One race had that today. They put on brand new upgrades, if you would, for the Formula One race. And Charles Leclerc said that his car was absolutely terrible. And kind of sounds like the same thing's going on. They can't really diagnose this at the track. But obviously something's not right because Keselowski's not been good. Truex now up to 20th. Bowman has picked up a few spots. Sounds like Mike Joy mentioned to you and everybody else, Joe, that Kyle Busch was better on a long run.
A1C was up here. Now
That's
it's
very
down
loud.
with Rebelsis. Is A1C?
It's
Wrong way. Sorry.
Yes, I was going to say, that's louder.
And we're at another NASCAR commercial under green. We can't tell you anything that's going on in the race right now because Well, there's a commercial. I'm sure there's probably a wreck going on right now, and we'll probably cut back into the race as they're cleaning up the wreck, and they'll talk about it, but won't show a replay. It's this. This is so ridiculous. I don't know. I can't be the only fan of NASCAR that thinks it's absolutely ridiculous to have commercials in the middle of green laps without even going side by side to watch the race.
Sounds like Kyle Busch, according to what was said over the radio, is losing time in turn 2. Same thing happened in stage 1, but he obviously had the lead and cleaner air. Joe, no, you're not wrong. It's very difficult to try to watch a NASCAR race being provided by Fox Sports. I don't know how much better. I feel like we didn't nearly complain about this nearly as much on NBC Sports, but nonetheless, how do you watch this for 10 minutes and then go to a commercial every time? How do you retain your audience by doing that?
It's and the Zoomers don't watch commercials because they've never grown up with commercials. So, you're killing that audience base. We did a whole show about this, right? You're killing that audience base when you deviate from what is keeping the attention span, especially the younger generation. If you're trying to get people into this sport between the ages of 16 and 25 or 28, you're not doing it with commercials because those people don't watch commercials anymore. It's a proven fact. A lot of people, a lot of the Xennials, Gen X, millennials, they don't watch commercials either, but they're more apt to do it than the Zoomers. And you probably just like anybody you had under 25 watching this when you cut the commercial. I guarantee you just picked a new video to watch on their phone or flip their TV over to a different channel if they were even watching, regular TV in the first place.
Well, and you kind of mentioned it too, Joe, like you kind of moving to that Zoomer type of thought process is that you won't watch dirt until it's done so you can watch it all the way through.
Right. Well, and that's exactly
when we grew up, we didn't have that option.
Right. No, yeah.
You just had to tune in.
Yeah, I was a fan of the show Yellowstone, and I wouldn't watch that until each season got over because I didn't like to be restricted by, I can't stand cliffhangers, and I'm the type of person that I got to go or I got to know now. That's why it doesn't do me a dang bit of good to record any live sporting events because two things. One, I can't wait to sit down and watch it to see who actually wins because I'm finding out who wins as soon as it's over. Or I'm keeping up with it halfway on my phone. And number two, I don't do it because I feel like if I'm not watching a sport live, I don't feel like my energy can have an impact on the overall outcome because that's a thing.
Well, let me ask you this, Joe. Going back to the race, Carson Hocevar is now up to 17th position in the car of Corey LaJoie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that to me is just a crazy thing to think about. That Carson Hocevar, his first time, he's up to 16th now, is doing so much better in Corey LaJoie's car than Corey LaJoie typically does in it. And then what Corey LaJoie is doing in a Hendrick car. I mean, we've talked about, we just did Down on the Farm, and you talked about how good you thought Carson Hocevar was. There's two types of job interviews going on, one for Corey LaJoie, one for Carson Hocevar. Right now, Carson Hocevar is nailing his job and probably going to get a higher pay rate than what he could even expected. And Corey LaJoie is going, oh, shit.
Yeah, he's killing it. Carson Hocevar's killing it. Carson Hocevar's a good driver, though. I told you that this week. Yeah, he's a good driver. It took him a while to get his first win in the Truck Series, but he knocked that out this year. And I'll tell you what, man, he's fun to watch. He's got a little bit of a temper, which a lot of these guys do. But he drives all out, man.
But I mean, Joe, you're a coach. Isn't it so much easier to tell somebody to bring it down than it is to try to get somebody to bring it up?
Oh, yeah.
Don't we notice the best NASCAR drivers, you have to go, hey, tone it down a little bit. Or the best athletes, you're going, hey, bring it back a little bit. Because if you have to tell them to move it forward, move the needle forward, almost more often than not, you're never going to get that perceived talent.
Oh, yeah. You know, whether it be on a basketball court or, you know, you kind of look at a lot of young players in basketball, which, you know, I don't coach basketball. I'm a football coach, obviously, but you know, you watch basketball players sometimes and you see those out of control kids on at the younger ages of basketball in 6th, 7th, 8th grade. And sometimes, you know, even freshmen, really all the way up through high school. I don't know why I said the younger kids, but I would much rather have a kid that is out of control, causing hustle fouls up and down the court every time and happen to say, hey, you need to lower the intensity, than telling a kid that he needs to hustle and put in more effort. And
Right.
that's actually what you're seeing, I think, right now. You kind of equate that to what you're seeing out of LaJoy and Host Bar right now.
LaJoy, I don't think has been above 30th.
No,
I mean, he's currently
he doesn't seem like he's pushing it at all.
and I mean, to that same extent, Larson's in 23rd. So maybe it is those two teams just dramatically got it wrong. But you also see Byron in 5th, Bowman in 13th. I don't know. And then you just see Carson Hostfar. I mean, just taking spots one at a time.
Well, they got to be. I would assume that these teams are smart enough not to set the cars up identical to what they did at Darlington. But if you look at Hendrick right now, that's almost, you almost believe something like that. I mean, Alex Bowman's in 13th. He's not having a bad day. Where's Byron at? Byron's in 5th. So
No, he's in top. Yeah, William Byron's doing good. But Jesus, I mean, we know that. It's amazing, too, that we've been, you know, we teased that William Byron would have to give his car back to Chase Elliott when Chase came back. But I think at this point, Joe, we should coronate William Byron as a championship contender. I mean, he's here to stay week in and week out. He's one of the top 5 cars, at least speed-wise, every single
yeah, until next year he just pulls the Carl Edwards and he's like, you know what, I'm going to step away.
Never to be seen from again.
I'm at the top of my game. I'm going to step away.
That was wild. We got Truex here trying to battle Chase Briscoe. Feel bad for Chase. Probably like 25 years old. Not the hair to support it. That's tough.
Yeah. Male pattern baldness is a real thing.
So Martin Truex has gained, it says 13 spots. As you remember, a gas can left the pit box, and that's why he had to go to the back. Martin Truex, I believe, was in 4th place when that happened on those pit stops. Kyle Busch has maintained right around that 1 second right behind Ryan Blaney. Haven't really seen a lot of movement in the top 5, but it looks like Suarez has one of the faster cars. You just saw the bump and run from him on Logano earlier. Haven't seen a lot of Suarez this year. I feel like he was faster last year. We've obviously talked about his teammate a lot,
Right.
and Ross Chastain. Chastain in 8th place. Ty Gibbs is in 9th. That's another guy, Joe. We had a prediction show, and I said Ty Gibbs doesn't have a lot of friends. He would not get a lot of benefit of the doubt on the track, but I'll tell you this. Ty Gibbs has not been in an incident at all this year that I can remember. He's kept his nose down. I think he's been getting better every week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think that he really struggled. I think at the beginning of the season, what I saw, and I spoke to this a little bit, is obviously I think JGR, Ty Gibbs was thrown into that number 1 slot as the number 1 driver on that team, and I think that's where the resources went. I think it's been at the detriment of Hamlin and Truex a little bit, but it seems like over the past 3 or 4 weeks he's starting to work with what he's got. And how many weeks in a row did you say he finished in the top 10?
I believe it was 4. It was either 4 or 5, and he should have finished in the top 10 last week until a wreck.
Yeah.
Right now, I got Blaney, Busch, and Hamlin all within 2 seconds. And NASCAR on Fox is going to go to another commercial. So I will go to Twitter to see if anything is happening on the radios. Bob Pockrass reports that Hocevar is saying that the brake pedal is soft. He is told to put on his brake fans, although they are sure he probably has already done so. So what that means is the brake pedal has gone soft, meaning he is having to travel more on the brake pedal for the car to get to a position that he thinks is comfortable to stop. The reason why you would put the brake fans on is because you think the brakes are overheating. So that's why they're telling him to do so. Anything else that we're seeing here? Looks like Austin Cindric is around 26 after those pit road penalties, so he has not moved up a whole bunch. Bob Pockrass reports the fuel run is between 72 and 76 laps. That is a ton. Darian Gillum from Black Flag Matters on YouTube says that Corey LaJoie running behind the number 7, driving for Hendrick is not a good look, although most of Hendrick seems off by their standards this week. Does he get a pass? That is a conversation that we have already had on this show.
Sorry.
Again, this is a young show, a show that is taking off for the first time this year. But I promise you this, if you want the most informative and thoughtful process when it comes to NASCAR racing, we will be more than likely first when it comes to that.
We will be
compared to most.
Indeed.
But AJ Allmendinger loses a spot in traffic. There's a different level than I got bringing a knife to a gunfight. So he is in 11th. Obviously not liking his car too much right now. And we're back to green flag. Carson Hosa. Whoa. Oh, looks like a tire went down on Hocevar. Damn.
Oh, man.
That's too bad, man. He was running so good, too.
Yeah, maybe because
so Joe
talked about him. And
I know. Well, maybe it wasn't a soft brake pedal. Maybe he was feeling something. Wow, my TV just went to a commercial.
Yeah, mine too. The horse racing commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah, out of nowhere.
What is this garbage? Fox Sports is a fucking dumpster fire, man. We literally, again, we have a wreck in the middle of the race because Fox Sports is freaking dog shit. And while they're showing the race, they can't get their shit together long enough for us to know what the hell.
They're terrible. They are terrible. Fox Sports and their NASCAR coverage is a joke, man. This is the worst. It's so bad. It's embarrassing. Fox Sports should be embarrassed at the production that they put on for a major auto racing circuit. I mean, watch IndyCar. I don't even take a page out of F1. Watch IndyCar. You guys are terrible. It's terrible, man.
Wow. Okay. So Bob Pockrass just reported that Hocevar brake rotor failed. So it broke. It is now sitting in turns 3 and 4, and that Hocevar is done for the day.
Poor guy.
Man.
What is this?
So what that tells you.
What's that? For a significant amount of time, about an hour and a half, from about 4 to 5:30. We are currently under caution out at St. Louis for Carson Hocevar hitting the wall. I'm probably going to bring that car down pit road. Might be done for the day. Maybe be able to fix it. But what stood out to you so far about the race, Jamie?
Well, Carson Hocevar looked like he either blew a left or
what a shit show from Fox.
Yeah. Trying to figure out exactly what had happened to him. But
how do you?
Jamie McMurray always looks like he's got to take a real healthy poop.
track time and getting better and better. So had a pretty good debut. Nothing he can do about what happened, but I think Ryan Blaney would be.
I'm going to take a break. I'll be right back.
600 last weekend.
All right. So evidently Fox is having a breakdown of what is going on at their studio. We are now live in the actual broadcast studio of Fox. And again, this is why Joe and I have multiple times said that Fox Sports is just the absolute worst when it comes to coveraging the sport. We had a full screen commercial that they did not come back from. They come back from the commercial to let us know that there's a wreck, and then something happens to the point that we can't even see. So while they were in commercial, I reported to you that Carson Hocevar was having a brake issue. He said the brake pedal is soft. We said that obviously something is going on to where he feels like the brake pedal is traveling further than what it needs to. And evidently that brake pedal, that brake rotor broke while there was still a commercial, and he will be done for the day. So a tough way to finish for Carson Hocevar. Obviously, he has been tremendous so far. His very first ever Cup start. Outrunning the person that traditionally runs in that vehicle, and Corey LaJoie, who is running in 29th place. And the only reason why he's in 29th is because he was in 30th until Carson Hocevar wrecked. And, well, we now know the talent of Carson Hocevar, and don't think that this doesn't get a lot of attention from a lot of other race teams and other players. I mean, we're talking Spire Motorsports is not a great organization, by far limited by resources, and the fact that he has taken the 7 car further than what the original driver Corey LaJoie could, and Corey LaJoie can't even take the 9 car to where Hocevar is taking the 7 car. It means a lot, and just a horrible showing so far for Corey LaJoie. And unfortunately, when you get lower money spent on these entry series, the way that Carson Hocevar is driving for Spire, you have these types of failures that happen. So tough, but definitely opened a lot of eyes. And again, obviously Fox is having something going on. That's why we're sitting here from the Fox studio, not actually from the booth at Fox, or excuse me, at Gateway. Look through Twitter here.
Shift will happen from here on throughout the end of the race. Probably not as much as we see at Charlotte, Larry. That being one of the most temperature-sensitive tracks that we run at. But the grip level just goes up. With the grip level going up, that means the speed's going up. And like Jordan made the note, back at that lap 62, well after that restart before his caution, most of the top 10 were at their fastest lap of the race. You can start to see it in cloudy. The track temperature's coming down. So that's the biggest thing. Balance change, but the speeds go up. Yeah, and the big difference today is that it looked like it was just kind of hot. It was really hot. It was in the mid-90s earlier today, so it'll be a pretty big transition. All right, we're going to go to commercial break right now, see if we can get back out to the racetrack afterward. This is why we are under caution right now.
So somebody else said that MRN is down as well. Maybe all of the electric went out. if that's the case.
Why is nobody showing the race on anything?
So, from what I'm reading, Joe, MRN radio went down. The trucks at the racetrack are not showing video as well. So maybe we have a catastrophic electrical failure at WWT Raceway, which stands for Worldwide Technology, which would be hilarious if that's the case. So we have nothing. We will enjoy nothing. And Joe, you will provide the commentary until I get back.
I don't know what you want me to talk about other than there's nothing going on here.
Do what you always do. Look what I can do.
Well, look what I can do. Man, I don't know. This is another, I guess, catastrophic failure by Fox is what it's looking like. I could tell you right now, NBC would not have lost everything. Typically when this happens, I know this isn't the case because I'm watching Twitter, but typically when all feeds get cut from a racetrack, that means something really, really bad has happened. I don't believe that to be the case at this point. Oh, it's back up. So here, we do have a live feed coming in. I'm going to see if I can.
When Carson Hocevar's great Cup debut came to an early end. It was going so
Of course, they're not going to mention any technical difficulties that they're having, I would assume. But nonetheless, it looks like the race is back up now. So I would say, I mean, it wasn't a huge wreck. They should be getting back under green here in a second, I would say. I don't surprised that they even stayed under caution long enough to get the video feed back up. So that's just terrible for Carson Hocevar, though. He's having a great day. Bob Hockeross put out on his Twitter a minute ago that the crew chief told Hocevar he was using more brake than some, but nothing outrageous. So really, it doesn't sound like it was driver error, him losing his brake rotor. But nonetheless, he had to be towed off pit road, so his day is confirmed over, and that's just terrible. That young man was having a great day. I'd like to see Carson Hocevar succeed and move forward in the rankings out of the Truck Series, eventually into the Cup Series. I think he's a tremendous young talent. I think that we're going to be hearing his name for a long time. So,
see various strategies here, I believe, guys. What do you think, Clint? Oh, I think you're splitting the stage right in half.
About to go under green or some pit stops here.
Somebody need to get me 2 tires, get me some track position.
What happened to Briscoe?
I missed that.
On this, the 4th caution flag.
I didn't know if he hit the brake rotor or something or what was going on.
I want 2 tires, please. I like it. Jamie?
Ryan Blaney has all the track position right now. A little bit tight center, sliding that nose. They're going to free him up a little bit like they did last time.
Glad they're able to get this back.
Yeah, of course, they're not going to mention any problems that they had. As I said that way, you stepped away.
That seems to be across the board, Regan.
Oh, no. I actually heard a rumor, Joe, that Ross Chastain wrecked into the satellite truck. So cannot confirm or deny.
Yeah, that's probably true. Blaney way out. Oh, Bush is having some problems. That was not a great pit stop for Kyle Busch.
Barry got his track position back. That fixed that. +8 for Allmendinger.
Dinger up in the 3rd position.
Now you got Hamlin and Busch with 4 tires. They fell back. I love this. This is going to be fun.
Oh, I mean, if he's the only one that took 4 tires, then it's not.
Yeah,
terrible.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that.
AT&T and Verizon rope you in with phone offers for a 3-year device contract. Break free. T-Mobile. Introducing Go 5G Plus.
You wanted to watch a race? I'm sorry.
Customers the same great device deal.
Can you turn your commercial down?
Jeez.
Bring your phone to T-Mobile and get one of the latest 5G.
We got to play a game. Next time we do this, we got to jump on here. We have to chug a beer every time.
Drinking game.
Every time a commercial comes on. And we'll have to tone it down because neither one of us will be able to walk out of our chairs all the time. So we'll have to chug a beer every time NASCAR decides to go to a commercial under green without a side-by-side view.
God, could you imagine?
I'd be blackout drunk.
You ain't kidding. Here we are to begin the third stage.
terrible.
Yeah, that would be brutal.
Where'd Cody Turner go?
I don't know.
He thought we were boring.
Probably. Do.
Yeah. Well, Bob Pockeros isn't. Usually gives a lot more information during the race than what he's given today.
It's true.
Great commercials.
They're the best.
You watched the USFL game this year?
No. I tried to watch a couple. The only 4K broadcasts are USFL broadcasts today, and I was very disappointed.
Caught one game all year. You know, I went to the opening USFL game last year down in Birmingham, Alabama.
Yeah.
That's a weekend I will not get back.
You had a show on it, man.
I know.
All right. So to set the stage, we got Ryan Blaney still in first place with 2 tires. All these guys had 2 tires until you get to Kyle Busch. Ryan Blaney, Joey Logano, AJ Allmendinger, Martin Truex gained a ton of spots back. Alex Bowman first time in the top 5. And then the first one with 4 tires will be Kyle Busch. Moving on to Denny Hamlin, Byron Suarez, and Regis Stenhouse.
He's trying to win this stage is what he's trying to do.
Exactly. Well, Joe's probably already at the restart. I'm waiting.
I am.
On my screen, just got green flag. Man, Ty Gibbs just went way outside on both times. Joe, I took the dinger. I don't know if you remember.
He
I
did take the dinger.
Oh, Bowman has a terrible restart. He stacked up the bottom line. Kyle Busch racing with Martin Truex. Again, 4 tires versus 2. This isn't a huge tire track.
It's not, but
Kyle,
yeah, go.
Holy cow.
Go ahead.
I was just say Kyle just blows by him in turn 3.
That's what you're going to see. That's what this 4-tire advantage is going to do for them right now is to give him the ability to work the high side and the low side. You're going to see that these cars that only took 2 tires aren't really going to do well on the high side of this track.
Well, guarantee you this, Joe. People in the pit road are taking notes because this is a huge. I mean, Kyle Busch is just moving. Denny Hamlin's been moving. Like you said, Kyle has gone inside on 1 and 2. He's going outside on 3 and 4. I think it's good enough though for Blaine. How many laps we got left?
Well, Fox isn't showing that yet. But if we look at your screen, we should get that.
Well, I'm looking at my screen too, and it doesn't tell me either.
Yeah. All right, we'll get it whenever Fox decides to show us.
When people get their shit together.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there's technical difficulties going on all over.
As soon as we see Kyle clear Hamlin here, I think we're going to see him probably take Logano on the low side. I would say
Hamlin might clear Kyle first.
No.
They both have 4 tires.
Kyle's got a better car than Hamlin.
He had a better launch right there. I mean, as I'm arguing with you, Joe, you've already seen the outcome. So
Right. I'm just trying to sound like a genius.
Man, you been tuning into YouTube? They got this Nostradamus of NASCAR on there.
Sitting there wants me to run for them, and I'll forever run a race or however many. Man, I'm just so thankful. They gave me the opportunity, Premier Security, gave me the opportunity to drive Xfinity car, and now I was driving a cup car, and I was running 16. I was just so surreal. First time ever. I thought we were going to have a good day and be a good spot, but Schluter, Celsius, Spire, Ryan Sparks. Hopefully that call for a cup ride isn't the only one I get in my life.
Don't worry, John, it won't be. You're going to see a lot.
That was a cool interview for that 12-year-old.
I know.
You know what? I like
That's a good kid.
No, he's going to be up there soon.
Yeah, he will be.
For that kid. That's right. It tells you just how big a moment it is.
I really like how he sold himself, and I tell the young kids you got to do that. He reminded us, hey, I was running 6.
Yeah, they could shut the hell up now. Oh, they're so bad. I used to be a fan of Mike Joy. Clint Boyer's just a dumbass, though.
I think he's just ruined it for. I think Clint Boyer's ruined it for
Oh my
everybody,
God, he's
Joe.
dumber than shit, man.
Well, Kyle's not catching Logano the way that I thought.
No,
he
me
was,
either.
Or thought he would.
Kyle Larson's making his run finally. Kyle Larson's up
See
to
if we-
13th.
Did he get 2 tires? Did he get 4?
I don't know
No.
because Fox didn't show it. Oh, he took Logano on the high side.
There we go.
Yeah, he'll be back. Let's see. What's the
31 to go. Now we know.
what's the intervals here? I would like to know that.
So on the last lap, Kyle Busch not much faster, 5/100ths of a second from Ryan Blaney. Says he's 1.5 seconds back if you look at our background. I can tell Joe's about to have something interesting. Oh, that's Corey LaJoy. He goes, where was Hartseville running? An amazing. Oh God, Chris Bell just got squeezed out of that. Man, Bell really got squeezed out of that because he's going backwards now.
He wants to show his talent.
I think it's time. If you can tiptoe around there and try to find
Hamlin's about to pass Logano. Logano's going backward.
Yeah, Hamlin also has 4 tires, so that makes sense. If Ryan Blaney doesn't fall backwards to Kyle Busch or Denny Hamlin on this run, then it shows that Ryan Blaney, to me, Joe, has one hell of a car.
Well, no. But see, he does have a great car. I mean, that's obvious. He's been running up front all day. But really, that really is going to kind of make it glaring how much better these next-gen cars are in clean air. They are tremendously better in clean air. I have a Gnat. Some of you might call him
a Gnat. Jesus. Oh, possum.
There's like one random Gnat flying around back here with me.
I'll say this. I was the idiot that said that Chase Briscoe would make the Final Four, and oh boy, what a swift kick in the nuts that's been.
Yeah, that was a dumb statement. I think at the end of the year,
I really like Chase Briscoe.
At the end of the year, we're going to have to fine-tooth comb through all our content and really put out a full-length video on the dumbest comments made on Stuck in the Catch Fence. The majority
we
of
can only
those
keep people for so long.
Yeah, the majority of those will probably come from our first 3 episodes.
What? I thought you were going to invite somebody today to this live stream, but I guess not.
Cody Turner.
No, that's not what I was thinking.
Yeah, I know that's not what you were thinking.
Bingo. Full screen commercial.
Yeah. Chug a beer. We could probably do it halfway through this race right now. Halfway through stage 2. We're halfway through this race. We could probably start playing that game right now and be blackout drunk by the time we get done doing this.
We single-handedly, if sponsored by Bud Light, could say the Bud Light full screen commercial challenge, and every time there's a full screen commercial, we chug a Bud Light, and we could increase
I'm telling you
their
right
stocks
now,
back up again.
if Bud Light decided to sponsor us as a promotional thing, we could single-handedly, you and I, bring Bud Light out from underneath its coffin that it has put itself in. I guarantee it.
Could. There could be 366 more people willing to drink Bud Light.
But until
now.
Bud Light decides to sponsor us, I will not drink another Bud Light ever. Money talks, Bud Light.
I understand.
Money talks.
That's right. You're literally begging. You're pulling the Menards rebate level stunt here, trying to get people to drink your beer, Bud Light.
Right. You want people to drink your beer? Sponsor us.
Technically, I'm essentially drinking a Bud Light with drinking Busch, but that's because my friend asked me to.
Oh.
He said they can't find Busch Light up in Indianapolis.
Really?
Or Busch Peach.
Maybe
and it looks like a pair of nuts over the mouth.
Yeah, well, maybe they can't find Busch Peach because nobody drinks it.
It's not great. It's not great.
Bob Hockeroff
Busch Apple much better.
is pissing me off.
Why? What's he doing now?
He's not putting anything up.
All right, I'll help you. I'll help you. Where are we at? NASCAR on Sirius. We are currently aware of the ongoing technical difficulties from Gateway. So if you're trying to listen to Sirius, sorry.
Oh, Jeff Gluck says.
Kyle.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
Says, when Fox Sports 1 froze while showing the host of our replay, I initially figured my home internet went out. I'm with you, Jeff. Clearly not. Will be interesting to see how NASCAR handles this if Fox Sports 1 is unable to get its link back up. They can't go green without a TV partner being able to show the race. Right? Question mark, hashtag.
So what I was going to read to you, Joe, is that Kyle Busch said that we're better than Ryan Blaney in 3 and 4. We just have to hit it perfect in 1 and 2. And they were told that Blaney is backing up the corner entry about half a car length compared to Kyle, and that's making the difference. And I promise you, I'm not just reading stuff Kyle Busch related. Everybody else is reading or tweeting things Kyle Busch related. 22 laps to go in the stage. Right now, Ryan Blaney leads Kyle Busch. Those two drivers have been up front 1 and 2 the entire race.
Eric Estep says, get this, he's such a jokester. He says, if I had a nickel for every time Gateway lost power during a NASCAR race, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but it's weird it's happened twice.
Well, we've only been there for 2 years.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah.
That's the type of stuff that makes you not get another NASCAR race.
2 more laps, Busch is going to pass Blaney. And
We'll see.
4 tires are paying off now.
He's putting a hellacious
Maybe 4 more laps. I overshot that a little bit.
he's definitely putting Denny Hamlin in his rear view. Denny Hamlin was right there, but I remember they were battling.
It'd be nice
high,
to see that
low.
instead of watching the what's Christopher Bell in? What position?
Way back there.
Yeah, why not? Let's not. Might as well watch the 22nd place car go around the track.
What was Larson in earlier when you made that comment?
He got up to 13th. Where's he at now?
He's still in 13th. That's why I asked. It really
Why are we
sounds
watching
like
Christopher Bell?
I don't know. It looked like Kyle Larson was on the inside of Tyler Reddick.
Hey, this would be a great channel to show a race.
It would be. It would be. I'm sorry we don't have that technology to be there at Gateway. I promise you this, we wouldn't have technical difficulties. Evidently, he didn't get around him, Joe.
Are we going to? Are you going to commercial? Are we going to commercial?
From what I can tell, Joe, it's going to be who discovers which way to do what first. Will Kyle Busch discover how to run 1 and 2 first, or will Ryan Blaney discover how to run 3 and 4 first? Whoever is able to do either one better first will probably be who ends up winning this race.
Well,
I mean, right now it just looks like a 2-horse race.
It looks like to me that Kyle Busch right now is way better than Ryan Blaney in 1 and 2, and then the amount that Ryan Blaney is better than Kyle Busch in 3 and 4 is just very minute compared to 1 and 2.
Did I have it backwards?
Yeah, I think. No,
Kyle Busch is worse than 1 and 2.
Yeah. Kyle Busch is way better in 3 and 4, though. I mean, the chunk that he takes out of the lead, then when you go into 1 and 2, I mean, Kyle Busch is down on my screen to almost a half a second. What's he on your screen?
He's 3/4 on mine.
Okay. And he picked up some time in 1 and 2 there.
Which 1 and 2 is the bigger braking session. So the new tires wouldn't have a huge effect on the bigger braking session. It'd be how quick can you get to the gas on 3 and 4. And obviously 3 and 4 being the more wider, drawn out turn. Kind of reminds me of like turn 3 at Pocono.
Yeah.
Really wide, really flat. But also, I mean, Kyle's got 4 tires. There's no reason he needs to push it as long as he maintains the same lap times. In a vacuum, you would think that Ryan Blaney would fall off quicker anyway.
Well, he took those 4 tires to win this stage. There's 13 to go. I'm wondering. I'm going to see how close he is to that paying off. Oh.
I mean, even if he gets second, Joe, I think it pays off. Because everybody's going to come back down, and he'll have to get 4 tires, and he'll be in second anyway.
Bowman's pushing Larson. It always scares me when Larson, he likes to run the high line on a racetrack. Obviously, he's a dirt track racer. That's where he feels comfortable. But it always scares me when he takes these turns, in the high groove and tries to cut down and get low on the track. Seems like if Larson loses it, it seems like that's always what causes him to spin out on his own, which he doesn't do it all the time. But Larson will definitely spin out on his own a lot more than a lot of drivers that you see running. And I think that's why.
Hi, Bill. Not sure if you're calling us idiots or the people on TV. We were just wanting to actually see what was happening during the race.
Yeah, Bill. Good God.
So sorry that
sorry we're idiots.
The race for 20th position was that important, if that is exactly what you're referring to. It's kind of hard to digest what you're saying. But thank you for joining in. Feel free to subscribe.
He was calling us idiots. But if you like watching idiots, Bill, this is the place to do it.
Yeah, feel free.
Speaking of Larson, though, he has actually worked his way up through the field. He was in 29th position coming into this stage, or 28th position, and he appears to be up to 11th now. So,
do people is that what's popular in today's day and age, to just jump in something and call people idiots?
Call dumbasses. Yeah, that's pretty popular, I think. I have found that people are really, really tough from behind the keyboard. I would like to do a social experiment and take the people that you see on Facebook and on our live streams that make comments, and then I would like to just take a handful of people into the public and give them that comment to say to somebody in public, just to see what happens.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Ooh.
Man, how did Gibbs get to 26?
I don't know, but Bush is going to win this stage. Oh, they lost a little bit of ground there. He's still losing ground in 1 and 2 there. But he's gaining so much in 3 and 4. Bush is. Are you watching Reddick and Bowman?
Yeah, Reddick and no, I'm sorry. I was watching Truex and Chastain, and Truex got out of 1 and 2 very, very loose. Some good racing go around. That's not in 20th position.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We're back.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Oh, something went. Bush lost his line or something. Of course, Fox isn't showing the race for the lead at the end of the stage right now. But Bush had that gap down to about 1/3 of a second, and it's back up over a second. So Bush had to lose his line or get loose, I'm assuming, because he's dropped.
He either burned up his tires to get there, Joe, or he just said, hell with it. I'll just take this, or he's trying to recoup, get him cooled down again for another attempt with like 3 laps.
Well, he let an awful lot go. Of course, I don't know where the track position is. Maybe Blaney's in the dirty air with the traffic now, and Bush is backing off knowing that. I just don't know because, Fox doesn't talk about that kind of stuff.
We are getting some good side-by-side action, though, so I won't shit on him too much. I mean,
I'm sure Clint
Stenhouse battling Logano.
Clint Boyer's talking about that time he got drunk and peed behind a car, probably.
Yeah, well, thankfully I can't hear him with noise-canceling headphones. See, now Bush is already taken out 1/4 of a second.
Yeah, I see that.
Almost.
I think your observation or your synopsis may have been right on that. But he's still losing. He's still losing in 1 and 2 bad. He's going to have to figure that turn out.
Yeah, you're right. He lost another 1/10 of a second there. I will say this, man. I just never saw Stenhouse being that good this year, and it's pretty impressive how good they've been on a weekly basis compared to what they typically run. I mean, it's been almost at any type of track.
I'm upset old Bill didn't comment back.
Well, he probably left. I mean, he wanted to say his thing and then leave before.
I'm out of here is what he said.
Looks like Larson trying to battle for the top 10.
Stage point at stake here with 2 to go in stage 2. 20 laps into this race, Kyle Larson wasn't thinking about any stage points. He was so off.
Man, Kyle just trimmed off 0.2 of a second. And you can see 3 and 4 looks like the low line's the way to go, Joe. And I think that's why Kyle's doing so much better in 3 and 4 is because he can run low. But it looks like kind of mid or mid-half through 1 and 2 is the way to go. And
he's got 2 to go. He's got about a half a second to make up. Of course, he gets that. He closes the gap big in 3 and 4, like you're saying. But when they come up to 1 and 2 here, he's gonna. That gap is gonna jump back up to. He's at just under half a second. It's gonna jump back up to 3/4 of a second. He closes that gap huge down the back straight or front straightaway, and then into right here. You can almost see it. I don't know. He's pushing it now.
Yeah, I'm just now getting to 3 and 4.
Let's see. Didn't quite get him. Almost, though.
Yeah, I needed another lap. I think he misjudged it by a lap, if I'm being honest with you. That's good, though. I mean, Kyle Larson's moving his way up. Your boy's coming up.
Yeah.
My guy's running second, has a fast car. Ryan Blaney, again, has a fast car. Mentioned that would be my betting favorite. I mean, we got Swartz and Stenhouse in the top 10. So, pretty diverse group of characters so far.
They're doing well. Oh, you're killing me, Smalls.
What's up?
You just want you want ahead of me by a point.
In the lead?
No. 9 points. You're ahead of me by 9 points. How is that possible? You picked Kyle Busch and I didn't. And you got Logano. I don't think I took Logano, did I? Yeah. Knew I should have. Oh man. Not going to be a great gambling week for me.
Oh, come on. The Doritos Cool Ranch Papadilla was my idea. I did that. Don't play yourself.
Well, I'm gonna walk away real quick. Hopefully, I'm back in time for the pit stop.
I'll be here.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. For the only live TV streaming service rated #1 for satisfaction by try free at FuboTV.com.
Hopefully, you tuning in are enjoying the race so far. Hasn't been a ton of battles up front, so I wouldn't say a lot of people are excited about that. Let's go ahead and see what people are saying on Twitter. That's my favorite thing to do. Let's see here. Blah, blah, blah. After repairs to Chase Briscoe, a piece of the rotor from the number 7 pierced the grill. Chase Briscoe's heading back to the track. Penske 2, Hendrick 2, Trackhouse both. RC. MRN and Sirius are back online. Sounds like those technical difficulties. What is Ryan Blaney doing here? Is he about to rip his fire suit off? That's risque. What are the comments on this? That's pretty good. Oh boy. Next 10 car still pitiful on flat tracks. Comments on that. It's all right. Did you see this, Joe? We decided to go to Twitter.
Who's that on?
Corey LaJoy trying to hold on to a car more powerful than he's used to. Just some random. I mean, we're just on Twitter looking at funny
You know what
things.
that is, don't you? You
No
know what
clue.
that picture is?
No clue.
That's Kramer on Seinfeld. It's when he wanted
I don't
to,
watch
yeah, what he wanted. Well, it's when he wanted to join the fire department. He got on one of those big,
I watched.
big trucks. You gotta steer from the back and the front.
Gotcha. I watch things that are funny. So this is the reason I clicked on it, Joe, because I was like, "What is this? A GQ commercial shoot for Blaney? What are we doing here? Ripping the fire suit off?
I'm not talking to you right now.
Questionable. Well, sorry. Can somebody do a welfare check on our war room?
On our what?
I don't know. Joe Gibbs Racing. I don't know.
No, I feel like we should go.
Kevin Harvick.
I feel like we should go into a Facebook fan group and see the comments on there. Those are usually pretty comical.
I get kicked out of those.
No.
Kevin Harvick, not sure if we made any improvements or not. Sounds like the Dirty Airs King still back there.
4 weeks for him finishing 15th or worse. What a top 5 for this team. 4 tires here, good balance overall.
That looks like about it.
The guys around them
I have one Gannett in my room back here with me, and it won't leave me alone.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. If anybody's listening, what do you do about Gannets?
Probably don't call them Gannats.
Oh. Peckerfly. What do you do about a peckerfly?
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Oh, God. That was a terrible pit stop for Kyle. Dear God.
What's my boy Bubba doing?
Not great. He hasn't been very good. I mean, compared to what he's been doing, he's not been very good. He's been running around 13th or 14th most of the race. It's been tough as a former Joe Gibbs Racing fan to watch Kyle Busch's pit crew, Joe, because it is a very large step backwards from what they had previously.
Should have brought his pit crew with him.
He always had one of the fastest pit crews, and now they're just not that good.
That's probably why you've seen a little bit more speeding out of pit road with Kyle Busch this year, because he's trying to make up just that little bit extra time, I think.
Well, that may be possible, but he then loses that much extra time as well.
Right. I don't disagree. You know what I did?
Well, this commercial break is yours, Joe.
Yeah. You know what I did with my morning this morning? I'm just going to let everybody know. I coached the local football team here, or helped coach the local football team, high school team. And we start practice or camp or whatever you want to call it tomorrow. And I spent my entire morning out painting lines on the field because, well, nobody else was going to do it. Had another assistant coach help me. The head coach showed up when we were done. I thought that was awfully nice of him. I think we had one more line to put down. He showed up. Of course, then he started barking orders. Thank God we were almost done because I don't know if I could have handled that for 4 hours. But at the end of the day, we got it done. Just trying to clean all the paint off my fingers now, which the paint's not supposed to go on your fingers. I get that, but well, I'm terrible at it. And most of the lines are crooked, but they're down, and we got a good place to practice now. So hopefully when it comes around to game time, that's going to be left up to the professionals. So if you're just tuning in, I'm sorry you had to hear that story. We're waiting on a commercial to get back going with the last stage here. The Enjoy Illinois 300. Been a great race so far, I think. Kyle Busch just came off a very, very terrible pit stop. He went in at the end of the stage. Second, came out sixth, unlike or kind of reminiscent of the last caution. However, he took 4 tires the last caution before the end of the stage there. Everybody else only took 2. He ended up losing 6 positions there. Obviously, everybody at the end of the stage took 4 tires. Kyle Larson still lost 6 positions, so or Kyle Busch. So before Ryan stepped away, he was kind of mentioning how he took a huge step backwards going over to RCR with his pit crew, and it's definitely been noticeable. It's been something that's kind of hindered him all season long. Really, it would have been nice for them it would have been nice for Kyle Busch anyway to be able to just take his pit crew with him, I think. What, you got another Bud Light there?
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Next Sunday is the NASCAR Cup Series Fox season finale.
I can't read that.
It's the 11-term roller coaster of chaos.
I identify as a soda.
Uh-huh. I hear that works with the cops now.
Wouldn't doubt it. Oh, we're going to Big Fox next week for Sonoma? Okay.
All right.
And the road course race will be longer than the Gateway race, WWT race.
The Enjoy Illinois 3.5 mile.
That they have on the top right in St. Louis.
Yeah.
It's not in St. Louis.
It is not in St. Louis. Because as you know, you don't have to be a master at geography to know that St. Louis is indeed in Missouri.
Data transmission and reception outside the track. Regan, how are the teams dealing with it?
Yeah, Mike, we touched on it earlier in the race about the fact they didn't have the internet. What that means, they don't
And Kansas City is not in Kansas, so I don't know.
No, but there is a Kansas City in Kansas. But no, that's not where the Kansas City Chiefs play. They play in Kansas City, Missouri. And I will say that they have the worst barbecue in the world. I don't know who ever said that Kansas City.
My man came for blood.
I don't know whoever.
Out
I'll
of
tell
nowhere.
you what. I'll tell you what. I got a Weber grill out back that I could throw some charcoal and some wood pellets in and smoke better pork than you guys can in Kansas City. It's terrible.
Not a bitter Bengals fan, just an honest barbecue take.
Well, you know, and excuse anybody that's listening, but I took an 8-year-old to the AFC Championship game this year, and one of their local Kansas City fans told my 8-year-old to suck his genitalia because he was wearing a Bengals jersey. So that city will ever be cursed by me. It's a terrible shithole cesspool of a city. Their football fans are terrible. Their food sucks. Their roads suck. Everybody there has an IQ of about 62. Hell with that place. They're terrible.
Well, they don't call the state Missouri for nothing.
Dumb. Missouri dumb is what I call you people.
Ooh, Kyle tried to go way up the track. Not sure that's going to work.
Hey, look who's leading this race.
Yeah.
Hate that guy.
Staying on one and oh man. See, I think Ryan Blaney's being worse than 3 and 4 again. I think that's hurting Kyle. Oh God, he got how the hell did you get loose on the backstretch, Joe?
I don't know, but Recky Spenhouse putting in work today.
He's done good.
Daniel Suarez needs to get away. I'm having flashbacks of the Daytona weekend.
Don't even start.
First of all, I'm sorry for Ricky Kyle. That was a terrible accent.
Yeah, that was bad. I just want to say that if I was faster, that I probably wouldn't have read Cowboys. That was actually more Mike Tyson. That wasn't very good either.
Where's Bill at? Bill, now you're listening to a bunch of idiots. We should call this beers and burnouts with idiots.
Yeah.
Or beers for the.
I just want to say that I did not run that fast, and that I will run faster, and that Kyle Busch is the greatest NASCAR driver of all time.
That sounds more like Pedro from Napoleon Dynamite.
Well, I mean, Pedro is also from Mexico. Whoa, what are we doing here? 1 and 2 is killing Kyle Busch. I don't think he can win this race unless he figures it out.
No. The only way Kyle Busch is winning this race is if he gets back up front. That was a terrible joke.
Yeah. You thought you didn't tune in to ESPN's Booger McFarland? You're wrong.
Oh, man.
Wow, he did really good in 3 and 4 to get around Suarez there that it didn't show. I'm telling you, I think Hamlin's got a decent enough car to stay out front.
Larson's up to 10th. Come on, Kyle. Both of them.
Come on, Kyle. Yeah.
Damn it, Kyle.
So we'll at least have one more pit stop, right? Because we got 94. They said the pit window is 70, 72.
I think we'll get.
Well,
I think we'll get multiple pit stops actually, because I think you're about halfway through the stage. People are going to start moving, and that's when people start wrecking.
That's true.
That sky's not looking real great though.
He was the same way, kind of mired back in traffic stuck where it was at. You put that thing out front. He set sail. So Chase Briscoe back on track. 49 laps down. And this from Ty Gibbs in 22nd. Racing from 20th on back here is better than it is up front. Two lead lap cars, and they are 49 laps down. These guys are desperate, Mike. They got to make something happen.
It's hard to explain to somebody that you
Baccarat's finally. Briscoe had a radiator issue from the debris from the host of our incident.
Yeah, the brake rotor went through his radiator, from what I understand.
Bob Baccarat was a little late on that one.
They're running that camera to its full force there on the Christopher Bell car there, Joe.
Yeah. Apparently, they thought Christopher Bell was going to do something today. I will tell you, we've talked about this before. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that in order to watch a NASCAR race outside of being at the track and being able to listen to the radio traffic, that it's terrible that you got to pull up 3 devices just to keep up with everything that's going on, because they just simply do not tell you that on the broadcast.
That's true.
Like, they haven't mentioned one time what happened to Briscoe, have they?
Well, that's kind of where we had all things go haywire.
Okay. All right, I'll give him a pass.
So, yeah, because XM just got their video feed up during that caution. You're a popular guy today, Joe. Looks like Kyle's all over the back of Tyler Reddick now. Man, it's hard to believe Byron's this good week in and week out.
Kenny talked about what a great short track racer he was coming up through the ranks, and just an amazing driver. From the time we got him in the trucks to Xfinity, you just knew it was something special.
I'm actually a very popular guy. So I'm not popular enough to get fired from the radio station in person, though.
Some of us could carry that torch.
I think maybe what I should do in the ultimate, like, hey, what's going on, is apply for that job
publicly.
Yeah.
You got a good battle there, Stenhouse, Truex, and your boy Larson.
Yeah. You know, I'm thinking maybe since you quit, maybe he thought we were like a package deal, and that meant I quit too.
Could be.
I'm thinking that's what happened.
That's not what I said, but it could be.
Pretty sure that's what happened.
Well, he definitely knew you weren't going to be available for football.
Yeah. I'm just giving him a hard time.
Yeah, just under 80 laps to go. Joe, we'd be doing our post-race show in about 20 minutes if we didn't have lightning in the area.
That's true. That's true. My boy's upset too, because he said, Dad, I want to. Actually, he's only 9. He still calls me Daddy, probably for another couple months. So he goes back to school next year, and they decide it's not cool anymore. But he wanted to ride his dirt bike today, and I let him do that a little bit earlier. And I told him, I said, after the race, I'll take you to ride your dirt bike. He's not going to have a lot of time left, I'll tell you that.
What kind of dirt bike are you rocking?
Oh, man, he's got one of them little Coleman trail bikes. Loves it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, those things.
That's the first thing that I ever rode.
Yeah, those things are great for kids. They don't take off, and his will get up and do a little bit of speed, but it doesn't take off like crazy. So,
yeah,
you know, he's able to control it pretty good.
Wait, it's funny, when I was younger and I had mine, I would say, hey, you got to, as lightly as you let go of the clutch, you have to give it that on the throttle.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. So kids go, okay, dump the clutch and just fucking rear back on that son of a bitch. And you're like, well, you're on your ass now.
Right. Well, they're automatics now. His is an automatic, so.
Right, yeah, I'm just saying the dirt bike. The trail or the Coleman, like you're talking about, is perfect.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Joe will be there, Chicago.
No, I won't.
We got highlights of the race that we've never ran.
I don't That's a good point. I don't support socialism in any way, so I won't be going to Chicago. I may drive through the state of Illinois to get to another state, but that's about as much time as I'll spend in a state like Illinois. And I could test anybody living in the state of Illinois must be okay with that state's asinine policies because you're still there.
That's a good point.
Hey, should you be drinking that?
And people are like, I hear people say, I bring that point up to a couple states, New York, say that. You could say that kind of about Michigan. Not really. You could say that definitely about Illinois, California. You hear people with the comeback and they'll say, well, that's where my family's from. That's where I grew up. That's where we've lived for generations. And I'll contest, my family lived in England for generations. And one day they were like, you know what? It's time to kick this popsicle stand. So, what are you listening to over there? That's terrible.
What are you talking about?
Oh, God. Have you ever been to the Ark?
So the furthest west I've ever been is Evansville by car. And then I went to Phoenix in an airplane.
That's terrible.
Phoenix is beautiful. That is my favorite place I've ever been.
You like the desert, huh? I like the desert,
the way you
too.
keep talking about, you know what? I'm a jackass. I've been to a Cubs and a White Sox.
I had to go to a class and spend almost 3 weeks up in Chicago, or just outside of Chicago, actually, for work, and that was the most miserable 3 weeks of my life. And do you know in Chicago, you can't go anywhere in Chicago. You can't go anywhere unless you want to pay a toll. Like, you drive 15 feet down the road to get a pizza, and you come out of there, you pay $37 for your pizza and $72 in tolls to drive a mile and a half. It's the shittiest city in the world.
It's wild, man. We took a train to go to Wrigley. And now that I think about it, maybe Evansville is more west than Chicago. I'll have to fact check myself.
Yeah.
But I will never in my entire life ever take another subway ever again.
Yeah. Evansville.
Worst experience I've ever
Evansville is more west than Chicago.
Okay. So then I actually remain true to my statement. Larson just hanging around 10th.
I have been so far west, Ryan, that it's turned east again. Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Tends to happen on a globe.
I don't have one of those.
No.
Yeah, MapQuest.
So you think the Earth's flat, probably?
No. I really don't care enough.
I know the Earth.
Yaley. JJ's moved up from 36 to 31st, Joe.
That's my boy. It's my boy, Blue.
It is your boy.
Yeah, I put a GoPro on one of the At Home rocket kits. So I know the Earth's not flat.
Okay.
I put a fisheye lens on my GoPro, and when it got 700 feet in the air, you could definitely tell it was a globe.
Nathan is now beating us both in FanDuel.
You know what? I don't care.
He works at Patriot Water, and I'm pretty sure he just charges me an extra surcharge every week.
He probably does.
Yeah. And I won him a sectional championship.
Well, I never see anybody from Patriot Water. Because I have a sister.
Makes sense.
Not paying for your water. Water's free, man. I'll be honest with you. Oh, come on, Larson.
There must be a stipend for showing Christopher Bell.
Jesus. It doesn't. Oh, Reddick. Reddick just. I think Reddick just.
I know, obviously, you're ahead of me. You could see the smoke before he got to 3 and 4.
Yeah.
I think his brakes were
I wonder
failing.
if he broke a rotor too.
Something happened because while they were showing Kevin Harvick and Kyle Larson, you could barely in the top left see or bottom left see smoke coming out from whatever car was in front.
See the replay here. Oh, that looked exactly like Hocevar. It
Same
just
turn,
broke, yeah. I think somebody's got a BB gun up there. Sniper!
Oh, God. That had to be a tire, though.
It looked like a tire.
I mean, he never got the chance to brake.
Look, you could almost see a blowout.
But that wouldn't have been a... Yeah, well, I mean, I guess it could have been a rotor. It would have been a complete catastrophic failure. I just don't know why Tyler runs the wall that close, Joe. Nope, another brake rotor.
Is that what they're saying?
Dear God. That round wheel, Joe, had a corner on it.
I see that. That's usually not great.
Not good. Not good, Bob. Imagine how hot that thing is, and that guy's trying to pull it off with a pair of jersey gloves.
Oh, my God. Look at that. Yeah, brake rotor. Look at that.
Joe, you're ahead of me, bro. Chill out. Oh, my God.
That's not safe. Look at that. Wow. Not only did the brake rotor fail, the entire wheel failed.
Yeah. Must have got it at O'Reilly.
Yeah. Got him back out. Because you're just going to have to go out with one front brake this time, Bob. Oh, he's going behind the wall.
He has to.
That is crazy.
Do not drive the McDonald's car. That is a curse. I would take a Burger King car that just said Whopper, 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 Whopper.
If my car did that at 40 miles an hour, I'd be dead.
Yeah. Well, we don't have anything straight around here. So. What happened to Joe? He's in the crick.
The crick.
So, Joe, this might be the last pit stop if we don't have.
It was. William Byron just was told over the radio. This is the last time he'll have to pit.
Yeah, because everybody will be good on gas if it's 72 to 74 laps.
The guys can make it from here. So this is a big time, big moment of the race here coming on pit road. I think you're definitely taking 4 tires. And here's the deal.
Are we beating the broadcast? Did we say that before the broadcast?
I think so.
Shocker.
Yeah. We're kind of good, Bob.
I do like Michael Waltrip though in the booth compared to doing that stupid grid walk because he does good in the truck.
He did
he does good.
He did the grid walk today, and it was terrible.
Well, yeah, they make him say stupid stuff. But for the trucks, he's really good in the booth for the trucks.
bouncing off 9-second stops. Everybody wanted to complain about that one first pit stop because of that.
I hope Kyle Busch's team isn't high on marijuana. Oh, that guy broke down. Poor kid.
Oh, look at him. Probably had a brake rotor fail.
Just been out there killing grass. Oh shit! He actually did break down. I was just joking. He's on his knees pushing. I'll never go to NASCAR again. This sport. Oh my God, we're doing pit stops. What are we doing?
We're not showing them.
Fucking. Oh my God. We don't care. We want to see the pit stop.
All right, you're going to be able to see it.
Or Reno Sowski. Jesus.
Oh, man.
I'm going to kill somebody. I want to kill somebody.
William Byron taking 4. They're all taking 4, I would assume.
Come on, Kyle. Sub 10. Sub 10.
Blaney got out 9-9. Oh, my God. Larson took 2 tires and he's out front. Why? Why?
Come on. Come on, Kyle. 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 All right, we'll take third. We'll take
Why
third.
would you only take 2 tires? Why would you only take 2 tires?
He thinks there's going to be another caution.
There is going to be another caution, but you can't bank on that. That's stupid. I'm pissed.
Michael McDowell gained some spots.
Yeah, he only took
Michael
2 tires
McDowell's been
too.
good.
That's why.
Well, he also got wrecked. He had more to gain by doing 2 tires than Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson obviously don't believe they have a car to win this race, so they're trying to get track position.
They don't have a car to win this race, probably.
Kevin Love is starting for the Heat today, Joe, in case you were wondering if he's still playing in the NBA.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Get this paper. Looking good, dog. It's how do you do all this stuff? Sketches, baby. Shoes made from all walks.
You know who's not starting tonight? LeBron James. Because he's watching it from his couch.
Just like bundling your own car with Geico.
Yeah, in fact, hot nuts are like
Reddick's done for the day. They're not bringing him back out.
Thanks, mate. I appreciate it.
Probably thought you were somebody else.
Okay.
See how much you could save by bundling with Geico.
Time to meet your team.
Reddick's done.
Yeah.
I just got a Taco Bell run. What would you have if you were getting a Taco Bell run?
Mexican pizza.
Oh my God.
So Tyler has been
What?
spending a lot of frosty time outside.
That's what everybody says. I've never been a Mexican pizza guy.
You don't like Mexican pizza?
Not a fan. I'd venture to say, Joe, probably no post-race show today.
Yeah, I'd say. Michael, if you were going to go, stay there. If you were going to go to Taco Bell right now, what would you get? Yeah, that's my boy.
What do you say?
Mexican pizza.
Doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. You know what my daughter would probably eat?
What's
a
that?
Cheese quesadilla. Quesadilla.
Just cheese?
Yeah.
I just got it.
Those are pretty good.
And a cheesy gordita crunch.
I'm assuming your better half is going to Taco Bell.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that's at least 35 minutes before she gets home. This race will be over by then, presumably. Call her back and tell her I'll take a Mexican pizza.
She said they only have Italian pizzas.
Oh.
So this race was a sellout. That was announced by NASCAR.
Yeah, it looks like it. You know what?
It'll be interesting to see if the Chase Elliott effect took place on the ratings again.
Yeah, it's not a sellout. That's a lie. Also, what is going on here?
Always a scary situation on these tight pit roads, any pit road.
Did somebody get hit?
Just because it's tight, it's just a lot going on down there. You have a call.
Evidently.
I think somebody got hit.
There's just a lot going on.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Twitter.
So with pit road blocked by the safety equipment, we'll stay under caution.
Wouldn't be surprised, Joe, if we don't come to Gateway again.
You know where they could go? Kentucky Speedway.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a Ford parking lot over there.
Still mowing the grass over there. Went yesterday.
Is anybody going to put this on Twitter? What happened?
Evidently not.
All right, whatever. Obviously something going on.
What do we know?
Okay, let's go back to the race off the pit road here, guys. Lot going on. We talked about
Not seeing anything, Joe.
Here cut your 2 tires on Larson.
Nobody knows.
Leader Byron, you can see him back there on 4.
Somebody obviously got hit.
Is on Eric Jones's team.
I hope it's not that big fella I like. Isn't that James Hoke? Isn't he on Eric Jones's team?
Yeah, the guy that essentially got a torch to get that tire off.
Yeah, just an update on.
And that after, if he was not able to get it with that, he would have used
Front
dynamite.
changer, Thomas Hatcher. So he was on the outside of the car. They just told me that the 3 of Austin Dillon cut inside the yellow box and clipped him, hit him actually head on square, they said. So we're not sure
Oh,
of the
God.
injuries right now. He was put in the ambulance, and we'll get further updates for you, Mike.
Thanks, Jamie. NASCAR has been working to cut down on teams cutting through the pit
Well,
box
prayers with him.
immediately behind them.
That's
Hopefully
terrible.
he's okay.
That's terrible.
NASCAR has been working to cut down on teams cutting through the pit box immediately behind them. You'll see the orange lines.
Corey LaJoy said to Alan Gustafson, "Sorry, I'm not giving you much to work with." And knocked him out, Joe. Eric Jones' team says they plan on coming back down to pit road, changing left side's tires. He's awake. He was out. So he got knocked out.
Fully knocked out.
According to what I can see from PRN's crew. That's a rough day.
It is.
Pedal started to get soft, according to Tyler Reddick. The same exact verbiage Carson Hocevar said before his rotor blew out.
Yeah, hopefully that guy's okay. I can only assume that didn't feel great.
Yeah, Joe, again, it just goes to show this sport is unlike any other. And that's why we talked about how dangerous right hooking somebody is. Because literally it can be the difference between life and death. What these guys do, regardless if they're in the car or not, results in an injury that cannot be seen in any other type of sport.
Already, Lars, that was a terrible jump.
By Hamlin?
No, Larson.
He got a pretty good jump.
Oh.
He went way up the track, though.
He's going to get wrecked. Bush is going to take over right here.
Oh, God. Please don't wreck
each other.
I'll get sick.
There we go.
Joe and I couldn't do a show if both of our drivers wrecked each other.
That would be bad. They're going to. They're going to because they're fighting. There's no need to fight like this with 56 to go. What are you guys doing? This is stupid. And Larson's only got 2 tires, so he's going to cut loose at any moment, slide up the track, and they're both going to get taken out. You disagree?
It's good racing. I mean, I understand Larson's got to battle for every position. I just think that he's going to wear his tires out before anybody else, like you said, because he's got 2. But he's also hoping Kyle can use his. Kyle's got a much better long-term car than he does a short-term car. I think we've seen that on every restart. Kyle went way more closer to the line that time. That's why he cleared Kyle Larson. Kyle's been washing up the track on 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 is his moneymaker. I mean, he should be fine here. Now Larson has to defend Denny Hamlin. And the key is, where does Ryan Blaney key into all this, Joe? Because he's now back into dirty air, and he hasn't been there for a while.
Ooh.
But Ryan Blaney's not
Somebody
doing
just got
anything to
real
make up
loose.
ground right now. Bro, I just got a Gannett in my room.
You got a Gannett?
Yeah, I just swung at it.
It's Gannett season. Hey, Cody.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Cody Turner's back.
Bubba and Kevin.
Which Kyle, Cody? Which Kyle?
We got Chad back?
Yeah.
I'm guessing the Kyle that's in first place. If we do our first live stream of a race and Kyle Busch wins, I will do every live stream moving forward.
Whoa there, Tiger.
I will. Ooh, damn. Austin Dillon cuts right in front of the guy behind him, Ty Gibbs.
Hey, Cody, where are you at in your NASCAR lineup right now?
See, the
He's
thing that I
second.
think
He is second. Woo.
the longer Larson is able to hold that spot, Joe, that's going to help Kyle Busch, because that's going to me, keep the dirty air in front of Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney, and I think that's the best. I think being a Larson fan, if this thing runs green, if you get a top 5, that's tremendous.
I don't disagree.
But I think Larson has to stay in front of Hamlin and Blaney, and it looks like Busch is putting down more laps. And Kyle's car has been
Byron.
faster the longer they go. Did Byron have a terrible pit stop? Because obviously they wouldn't tell us on Fox.
He had something. I've been checking Twitter here. I thought maybe it was a speeding penalty or something, because he
was way back. I mean, he was
back.
What, top 3?
Yeah, he was
top 4.
Was third. He was leading the race for a while.
And see, this is huge too.
15.
If Hamlin and Blaney can wrestle for this spot in third, they're both on 4 tires. That would be good for Larson as well. Obviously, still a long way to go. 10.6 isn't bad. Only, 2 people took 2 tires, McDowell and Larson?
Yeah. And Larson, that gap is opening up. It's almost a second.
That's because those guys are. Well, I think with Larson, it's going to open up. It's Larson needs these guys behind him, Blaney and Hamlin, to keep battling each other for laps upon laps. I think they'll probably both get to him at some point, but he's hoping for a caution before that.
Yeah, he needs one. I think he needs a caution. If he doesn't get a caution, what's going on with Bubba there? If he doesn't get a caution, if it goes longer than 30 laps here, I mean, if he doesn't get a caution with 30 to go, 31 to go, I think he's going to be so far back to make any of that up. I think prime caution spot for Larson right now would be right around 35 to go.
Ross Chastain has been a no-show today. He's been absolutely terrible.
No, that's not true. He chastained who was that? He chastained Larson or Logano into Reddick.
Yeah, he's still been bad. He chastained Michael McDowell.
Okay. I couldn't remember who he hit.
Reddick wrecked by himself. Cody, who do you got tonight for basketball game? You think Denver goes up 2-0, or you got Miami evening up the series?
Is Chris Bosh playing?
No. He had to retire due to blood
I know.
clots.
That was a terrible joke.
Yeah. That's before blood clots were cool, Joe.
Yeah. I will tell you that I think Denver is 9-0 in home playoff games, so that might be a little gambling tip for you. I don't even watch basketball. I'm throwing that at you live right now.
You throwing that because ESPN threw it?
Yeah. It just popped up on my screen.
I'm just throwing that off the top of my head. I don't watch basketball, but I just study shit all the time. That's nonchalant as shit. Oh God. Oh, I'm winning our league, and I'm down 4 points from winning money of significance.
And what?
I did a triple up because I put in my lineup way too late. So I put $5 in to win 15.
I thought I was winning.
Nope, not now.
What kind of happy horse shit is that?
I need Jones to get some spots, man. Jones and LaJoy, they're both freaking
You're
dog
beating me
turds.
by 8 points. When Kyle Busch wrecks out, I'll probably take it.
Second lead now. Hamlin and Blaney. Hamlin's actually extending the lead on Blaney. Oh God. Logano and Suarez. Si, senor. He put his door up at my door. And then I put him into the fence. That's the accent I've been going for. That was never there. We know Joe Logano don't give a shit. He'll wreck you.
Well,
oh, God bless America. God, I needed this to run green.
Hey, there's that caution. That's not great.
Hey, look at the oil run all over the track. Well, I'm going to go. I'll be right back because this will take a minute to clean all that garbage
That's not
up.
great for me. I will say earlier I showed a – no, you can go. I gave a little story about the Stewie tattoo I had on my leg earlier, and my son just came running back here, and he goes, "Is that really where you got the Stewie tattoo from?" And I said, "Are you watching this live stream?" And he goes, "Yeah, I started to." And I had to tell him to stop watching it because he's 9 years old. And, well, don't let your 9-year-old watch us on the YouTube here. Not a kid-friendly show most of the time. Ooh. See that replay again. Yeah, you're right. I was surprised that Larson took 2 tires on the last pit stop. It worked out well for him, but not Noah. He hit hard too. And I'll tell you what, that just really screwed my lineup because I had taken him as one of my long shot drivers this week. So I'm probably out. I mean, he was only scoring me 28 points anyway. Yeah, they got these cars stopped, presumably for the oil.
Those black marks look a whole lot like you'd see a Pocono going into turn 1, tire brake failure right up into that wall. And to be so close to the finish and have that.
No way. Really, Cody? I didn't hear that. They think he might have had a rotor problem as well? What is going on? I'll tell you what's going on. See, at Darlington, or my opinion of what's probably going on, at Darlington, when you have these, the turns that are different radiuses around, like at Darlington, turn 1 and 2, it's actually, I think, flipped backward on this track. that's so banked that they're not braking as hard at Darlington because of the banking. It looks like they're really getting on the brakes here, and I think it's just tearing up the rotors. I mean, if Gregson had a rotor problem too, then that's 3-1 race. There's obviously an issue there.
Well, it goes back to these piece of shit single source parts that all the NASCAR drivers can't stand either.
Right? Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
But you're right. I mean, the banking, Joe, what you're talking about, you give a little bit of break when it comes to Darlington, but more often than not, you're feathering the pedal.
Right.
You're not really braking a whole bunch. And we saw this actually, what was it, Bristol? During the actual Bristol race last year, about how terrible the brakes were for that. Remember, we had Martin Truex end up going out of the race. Bubba Wallace went out of the race.
Yeah, how much heavier is the next gen car than the Gen 6?
It shouldn't be too much heavier because they're now using carbon fiber instead of sheet metal.
The wheels are bigger. I would assume the rotors are bigger.
The rotors, yeah. The brakes are bigger.
I don't know.
Well, Reddick's my height, Cody. So anything that he hits is he's going to feel it, and he weighs like 75 pounds less.
Yeah, Cody. I'm still mad at Cody.
No.
Little upset at him.
Why is that?
Well, he had a magic show. I love magic shows. I didn't get invited.
Yeah.
Of course, I got kicked out of a magic show one time because I kept saying, I know how he does that. Apparently, 5-year-olds don't like that.
But you were lying.
What? No, I don't.
You had no idea
just
how
pure
he did
speculation on my part.
that. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I had an opportunity to go to this race. I was seeing how much ticket prices were. If Kyle Busch wins this and I didn't go, I will be pretty damn upset.
I was thinking. I actually one of the times this weekend when you ignored my phone call when I called you.
You're so full of shit. Don't even start.
One of those
You're
times.
so
One of the
full
times when I
shit.
called you this weekend and you ignored my phone call, and then you called me back like 7 hours later, and you were like, "Hey man, what's up?" So you called, and I'm telling the truth because that's exactly what you say. I was actually calling you the first time to say, "Hey man, we should probably just drive up to just outside of St. Louis there in Illinois and go to this race." But by the time you called me back, I'd made other plans, and life goes on.
Not there. That's true, Cody, and that's a actual detriment to Subway, not to NASCAR.
Really, the kids were hard on the magic show guy on the. Really?
Yeah, they watch Family Guy. He's a big fat phony.
Did you, Cody? Did you know? Did you know how he did any of his tricks?
Yeah, you cut a hole in the box,
and then Step 1. Cut a hole in the box. No, that's step 2. Step 1's get a box.
Yeah. Please tell Twitter on who to follow. I don't want to follow Vice President Kamala Harris. Stop it. Bengals Jim says put Corey Dillon in the Hall of Fame.
Bagel Jim apparently forgot
so
how
much.
Corey Dillon left Cincinnati.
Yeah, as an asshole.
Yeah, he was a
Didn't
child.
he throw his jersey?
Yeah, he threw his jersey and shoulder pads into the stands. I was at that game.
Yeah.
Corey Dillon was like, I idolize that guy. What? No, he's still talking about the magic show guy. We're gonna get back to that, Cody. But yeah, Corey Dillon. I mean, all-time shit show. The way he left Cincinnati, and then where did he go? Did he go to New England?
New England, yes.
His career kind of petered out there, but Yeah, you know what? He is an all-time great Bengal, but sometimes fans remember the last thing that you do, and the last thing he did was acting like a jackass as he left Paul Brown Stadium. So
he's 20th in career rushing yards. I did not know that.
hey, he's a good. He broke the. If you remember, he had the single
Against
game.
Denver.
Yeah, he had the single game rushing record until the Bengals decided to let who was it? Jamal Lewis break it against them.
Yeah, Noah Gregson said he blew a brake rotor.
Yeah.
I told you, Joe, that it would be a while before we got this cleaned up after seeing the oil go onto the track.
Yeah. Really cutting into my son's dirt bike riding time here.
Yeah, he's pissed.
Yeah, he is. I'll just tell him it's broke. That's what I normally do when he wants to ride and I don't feel like doing it. Sorry, buddy, it's broke. I got it down too. I just don't turn the gas on. And I'm like, yeah, buddy, you can try to start it. It'll start up. It'll run. It'll be like, yeah, and it'll take off. And then, of course, it'll starve itself with gas. And it'll be like, oh, what happened? And I'm like, I told you, man. And then he'll be like, can you fix my dirt bike? And I'm like, yeah, let's go try to do it. And I look like I'm getting all into like fixing things. I get like a pair of needle nose pliers and I get up underneath there. But all I really do is turn the gas on and start it up. It's good to go.
So here we go, Joe. Kyle Busch was asked, how do you like the car?
Whoa.
He says, I like it a lot. The upcoming pit stop is called Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to guess what Carolina Panthers is?
Do the same thing that we did previously and hope it works out.
Okay.
I don't know. That's what the Carolina Panthers do. It's like, hey, let's try this quarterback again. It didn't work the first time we had him. So I'm assuming he's taking 2 tires.
I don't know.
He's taking the other 2.
I mean, obviously, Hendrick. As we get a beautiful sunset-looking shot of Randall Burnett, Kyle Larson has to take 4. That.
Yeah, that's probably what it means. Back to
the Indy 500 is about to blow a 3-0 lead in red flags to Gateway.
Who wrote that?
Darian Gillum, the host of Black Flags Matter, which is a great name, by the way.
What'd you say?
That's not nice about what you said about the dirt bike.
I forgot you were listening.
About what?
Oh, yeah. Michael just came back and said, hey, that's not nice what you said about the dirt bike. I forgot he was listening.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, my bad. Really is broke. Back to your magic show, Cody. I just want to tell you how disappointed I was that I wasn't invited to that. Wish I was there. You must have had to pay by person or something. I don't know. I would assume
the 3 team for Austin Dillon reports they did not hit Eric Jones's crew member.
Well, who did then?
Well, that's kind of scary if he just knocked out.
Well, somebody said he was hit head on by a car.
That's what Jamie Little said.
That's what Bob Pockeroff said. But then he said that
shouldn't Chicken White. Well, Bob Pockeroff is reporting the 3 teams said that A. Dillon did not hit the Jones crew member.
I say we review the tape. NASCAR on Fox probably doesn't have any tape.
Yeah.
And to any of you Zoomers out there, and maybe some younger millennials, that's what we used to call recordings and video. Let's review the tape because it used to go on a tape, a VCR tape.
We should do a video where we hand Gen Z's a floppy disk and say, what should we do with this?
Yeah. So I watched a TikTok the other day of I don't know, probably about a 4th grade teacher. And it was like, how well do your kids know the 90s? And he was asking them all these questions. What's a floppy disk? What else did he ask? He asked a whole bunch of things. Of course, none of these kids got it right. Ask them what a trapper keeper was. Had no idea. Kids had no idea what a trapper keeper was.
Welcome in. Hold on, Joe. Welcome in if you're just now joining in. This is Stuck in the Catch Fence. I'm Ryan Pierce. This is Joe Spillman. Joe telling one of his another yellow flag stories.
Yeah, that's what you get.
We're having a giveaway. Yeah. We're running into the last 40 laps. And Joe, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just saying that, the Zoomers and the younger millennials have no idea what some of this stuff is. Didn't know what a VCR was. I mean, it was just incredible. One of the questions was, what does Be Kind Rewind mean to you? Nobody knew what that meant. I had to explain it to my 13-year-old daughter, what it meant.
Carolina Panthers means stay out, Joe.
Oh, wow.
A lot of people stayed out.
I don't agree with that.
Kyle Larson stayed out. So that's interesting. Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex, Bubba, Denny, William, Byron was the first one to go in. Oh, boy, this is where I start feeling nauseous. I was just getting ready to say, like, in my mind, walking back down here, I go, this is normally on the point of the race where I start standing up and start feeling ill to my stomach.
Well, I would say, like I said, I said at the start of this stage when Kyle only took 2 tires that obviously they're banking on a caution. But I think that they're banking on 2 with that call. They're banking on another one. I'm sure it's going to happen.
Also want to let you know, if you're new to the channel, number 1, let us know where you're coming from. Number 2, if you subscribe, comment, and like this video, you have a chance to win a diecast car.
Yeah.
I got on display. I usually display different ones every week, but this week is the Kyle Busch rookie car. Notice the yellow stripes.
Mm-hmm.
The Car Quest car. But you can let us know what your favorite diecast or what diecast you would like. And once we get to 500 subs, if you end up winning the giveaway, I will send you a diecast car of your choice. Got to prop Davey Allison back up. I should caveat this, unless you think like you're going to get a diecast car that's like 1 in 30. No, don't be an asshole.
No.
But if you're got a driver right now that you want, now let me ask you this, Joe, and I'm scared to ask you this. If Kyle Busch wins this race, would he be the first driver in a series to have 3 different sponsors on his car in his first 3 wins?
Oh.
Because I don't know if I've ever seen that in my entire life.
I don't know. That's a good.
Because we're talking Lucas Oil, McLaren Grills, and we're rocking 3G today.
That's a great question. That is a really great question. And I don't know the answer.
I feel like it has to.
Probably. You're probably right.
And I don't do 3G. I'm just asking.
Well, you should.
My name's Jesse Ventura. I'm just asking questions. Joe disappeared. Nut scratch, yeah. That's what Joe's doing right now.
Yes.
All right. Here we go. Oh, boy. Hard ass hit. Does Noah look more drunk than we are, Joe?
You're a little bit ahead of me now. Yeah, he's a little concussed. It looks like he was crying a little bit.
You might be right. He looks shook. Yeah, it's a tough year, bro.
Yeah.
Once you announce you're going to Toyota halfway through the year, Chevy ain't going to give you shit.
Nope. I'm kind of excited to see this restart.
You need Kyle Larson needs a good restart.
Here we go. Hopefully they don't wreck each other. Oh, Blaney push.
Come on, Kyle.
Oh, they made it through.
Well, he's not pushing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. There we go, there we go, there we go, there we go. That's what we need. I can't listen to you, Joe. Sorry. Ryan Blaney fucked up, bro. He did not have a good restart. I don't know why he didn't decide to stay behind Larson, but that ruined his restart.
Oh, man. There's that caution. I bet they're all taking 4 now.
Oh, my God.
This is why we don't have good things.
Yeah. I'm surprised we weren't watching the in-car camera of Christopher Bell when this happened.
The rear bumper, like we've watched the entire race.
What Kyle are you talking about, Cody Turner?
Oh, my God. Austin Cindric. He's talking about Bush, bro. The one that's in first. See if this is Austin's fault or if it's Chris's fault. Definitely Austin Cindric's fault.
I don't disagree.
Hit him in the left rear. Nothing you can do about that.
He should be
Oh, I just want this thing to run through. We need a long green flag.
There's that pit stop at 35 laps I was talking about. This is Kyle Larson's race now. It's over.
He hasn't been fast, though. No, he ain't pitting, bro.
Seriously? Wow.
Seriously. Keselowski back on the lead lap. Props to him. Props to NASCAR's new rule so that you can just continue to be dog shit and we'll give you a lap back. Well, what do you think, Joe? Do you think Ryan Blaney, instead of trying to go 3 wide, will actually try to push?
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. So I was screaming for him to push Kyle on that, and he jumped out. And it's like, what are you doing? It could be
Cody,
Larson.
to your point. Oh, sorry. I was just going to say to Cody, to your point, Hamlin's going to have to get by Larson, and he hasn't done a good job doing that yet. Until he gets by Larson, there's no way he can make a move. He keeps going behind Kyle Busch, and I think that's the right move. But he's got to find a way to have a better restart. I mean, for God's sakes, Kyle Larson cleared Denny Hamlin, and Kyle Larson's only got 2 tires show.
I know it.
What the hell happened to Byron, man? He's terrible. Chris Bell just wrecked and he's still ahead of him. Bubba Wallace down to 20th.
Hey, he's having a great day.
Truex up to 11th. Michael McDowell with 2 tires, still in the top 5. Ricky Stenhouse has been in the top 10. And Austin Cindric's made his way back. That's the kind of my dark horse I said earlier.
NASCAR just tweeted that the crew member involved in the pit road incident has been transported to an area medical facility. That was the crew member that was hit by the Phantom car, apparently.
Yeah.
That
Here's a go.
was Austin Dillon, but apparently Austin Dillon didn't hit anybody.
Well, regardless, we send up prayers and hope that he is okay.
Where's Ricky Stenhouse at? 8th?
Yeah. Yeah, he's had a hellacious day. I went to my Twitter and it was showing highlights of Lamar Jackson.
He's a great running back.
Community note says that this is true.
Jeez.
So now they're saying he and the tire carrier came and hit each other, Joe. Something's not adding up. Okay, here we go. Come on, baby. Come on, Kyle. Busch.
Here we go. So what were you saying?
Then I'm going to let you go.
Oh. Man, come on.
Come on, Kyle. Come on, Busch. Come on, Rowdy.
Come on, get a push. Oh, Jesus. This is dumb. This is dumb. Ooh. Man, this is great racing. Just let it go, Kyle. And Blaney thinks they're going to wreck each other. He's just hanging back.
There we go. There we go. There we go. Clear, clear. That's what we need. Oh, thank God.
What were you? What were you saying?
Can't do it with you, Joe.
What were you saying about the pit crew member?
That they said he ran into the tire carrier.
Seriously?
That's what Mike Joy. I thought that's what Mike Joy said. Listening to your thing, his tire carrier. He freaking hit his tire carrier. You gotta knock the F out.
Must have been James Hope.
All right, we need Hamlin and Blaney to fight for this position.
Oh my God! There's another caution. I'll be back.
Why? Get that fucking Rick Ware race car off the track. God bless. Come on. My heart can't handle this. My heart can't handle this. Good God, that's a big ass watch. Man, Randall Burnett looks chill like a cucumber, but son of a bitch, I'm about to lose my mind.
Yeah.
This is why, like at the end of Bengals games, in my seat in Paul Brown, in Paycor Stadium, I sit on my knees. And this is why we need to get Rick Ware Racing out of this sport. I found out, Joe, that he's in fucking IndyCar.
Yeah.
He's terrible.
Yeah. No, you didn't know that.
How many cars does he own in IndyCar?
Just one.
That's too many.
I think just one. Wait until he's in F1.
I will paint your house if he ever gets to F1. I will paint your house and eat your hat.
Thank you. They also have a dirt team, don't they?
I don't know. It probably gets the last place too.
Probably.
Probably runs Hornets.
I hear his son's in first place in jail, though.
That hurt. Yeah. To keep that down, that really hurt. Come on. Let's get this going. It doesn't take 3 laps to...
Oh, my God. Quit shaking your baby. Oh.
Get more quiet that way.
Oh, my God.
Dear God.
This kid's like,
yeah,
I'm on TV. Look at me.
I've ate too much dirt and dirt racing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you saw it. Hell yeah.
That's cool.
I'm drunk as shit, holding my kid on my head. Woo! Shut up.
Oh, he's having a rough day. He had to become a Corey LaJoie fan today. He's struggling.
Shut up, Clint Boyer.
God, I got to pee so bad.
Just go, man. Over under 3 or more cautions than this race.
So if we choose here, the restart will come with 23 to go.
In order to beat Kyle Busch, Hamlin they're gonna have to get rid of Larson first. He's taking the bottom again. Hamlin down there with him.
All right, I'm back.
You all right, buddy? I didn't even know you were gone.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go until they get off this restart since you're ahead of me.
I don't think I'm ahead of you anymore. I'll tell you what, definitely looks like a sellout to me.
Smack the hell out of that girl to get her attention.
I know it.
Come on.
Here we go. Here we go.
Come on,
here
baby.
we go.
Give you a restart.
Here we go. Come on. Give him push.
Come
Come
on,
on.
Kyle Busch. Come on, Rowdy.
Why is everybody leaving the draft?
Come on, Rowdy.
That wasn't even close this time.
Come on, come on, come on. Wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it, wrap it. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on,
We're gonna
baby.
get another
There we
caution.
go. Clear, clear, clear. Yeah. Let's go. Holy shit. Holy shit. That's going on back there.
Yeah, we're gonna get another caution.
Let them. Yeah, you're right.
I
We're
told
gonna
you.
get another caution.
Right there. Like an Austin
Where?
Dillon and Recky Spinhouse.
Are you that?
Jesus Christ.
I can't keep doing this. I'm about to die. You just ruined your best freaking weekend in a month. He just turned into Cindric, didn't he? Didn't he just turn in front of Cindric?
Yep. That's a.
I'll say I don't think Cindric did anything on that.
Yeah.
I think he just turned into.
They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to spend Cindric for a week.
Everything moving forward will be a 1-week suspension. Oh my God.
This is excruciating.
This is pretty bad.
This race should have been over 2 hours ago.
Not even lying, bro. Not even lying. Like, that's not an exaggeration. We honestly, Joe, we should be finishing up our post-race recap.
Yeah.
If we were actually doing a
After
post-race recap.
doing it 45 minutes after the race.
Oh my God. Oh, Joe.
I know it, man.
So what? I mean, what would you be happy with if you're a Larson fan? I mean, obviously Kyle's
I'm pretty
been having a better
happy the
restart.
way it's going right now. I don't think Larson probably has the car to beat Hamlin or Larson today.
Well, he is Larson.
Or what did I say? Hamlin.
I'm talking about Larson.
Hamlin or Blaney today.
You said Hamlin or Larson.
Yeah, I'm in Hamlin or Blaney. Obviously, Busch's car is pretty strong. I don't really think he has the car to compete in the top 5 right now, but he is. I think if he can retain a top 5 in this race, that's a pretty good day.
Yeah, you make the saying making chicken salad out of chicken shit. I feel like I don't know if it's chicken shit, but it's
not great.
It's not a great car that they're turning into a top 5 car, and that's how you win championships. I don't care to watch Eric Almirola get in the pits. Come on. Oh. Corey LaJoie in 25th. What a terrible day. Behind JJ Yaley in 24th.
That's right. That's my boy. You're my boy, Blue.
Started last and then 24th. Should have picked him on my lineup.
He had a great week last week.
He did.
Not that last week mattered.
That's true. That's a good point. Oh, we got a commercial? Oh, my God. Struggling.
Ryan Blaney won last week, and it didn't even matter.
There's some truth to that. They've shown this horse racing commercial a few too many times.
No, they really want you to gamble on it.
Stenhouse is done and needs a wrecker to get off pit road.
Well, that'll be 4 more caution laps.
Eric Estep says, Boyer working overtime to defend Cindric. I didn't think Cindric did anything wrong, but maybe I'm wrong.
I said, that's a 1-week suspension right there.
Some potent words there from Eric Estep, who usually tries to walk that fine line between gray and boring when it comes to hard takes. Austin Dillon said Austin Cindric right reared us. Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. That's a week.
Here we
That's
go.
A 1-race suspension. By God, you're not allowed to race anymore. Put an asterisk next to his name.
Eric Estep said, what was Austin Cindric doing? That wreck shouldn't have happened. I also need to see the SMT data. So I don't know if he's walking back what he said or not. Race Crazed 95 says 5-race suspension, no waiver, 3 exclamation marks.
I don't understand why. We could watch a race, people, and determine whether or not somebody did it intentional. Everybody knew last week that Chase Elliott did that intentionally right when it happened. I think if you watch this and you go, oh, yeah, probably didn't do that on purpose. He didn't swerve into him. He kept driving straight. Y'all are stupid. I don't need to see SMT data to come to that conclusion.
Yeah. Some guy on FanDuel predicted Max Strus to score the first 10 points. First player to get to 10 points. They were correct and turned $25 to $1,200 on FanDuel.
That's a good day.
We have a red flag, so the Indy 500 officially blew a 3-0 lead to Gateway / WWT. I want to give props to PRN Radio. Here you go, Joe. For those tuning in to the finish of today's race in St. Louis, don't miss next weekend's season finale in Phoenix. That's pretty good.
That dude is passed out in his chair. He's not even watching anymore. Somebody might want to check on that guy.
The Geritol's out.
Done.
He's tuned into Stuck in the Catch Fence. He said, I'm out. I'm done. I quit.
What are they red flagging this shit for? What's going on?
They're fixing the wall, Joe. The wall has been hit too many times in 1 and 2.
Oh, my God.
Dude, I'm telling you. I feel like the SpongeBob
Are
episode.
they welding the wall?
45 years.
Are they welding? What are they doing? Oh, my God.
Steel tubing, Joe. Clint Boyer's all over it.
Yeah. I have him turned off.
Yeah, he's all over it. They're gonna weld it with caulk, and they should be back to racing anytime.
They're gonna weld it with caulk. Is that what he said?
According to no, I'm joking. It's getting too late. We should not be seeing the sunset on our race. The sun is going down in Indiana.
I wonder what color. I wonder what
left.
color that caulk is.
Well, depends on the size. Typically, when you go to the store. Tell him, Randall.
Do you think
this is bullshit, Randall?
Do you think it's a fat caulk can, or do you think it's like one of those skinny caulk cans?
I usually stay out of the conversation when it comes to that.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Does Randall ever comb his hair, or do you think he just wakes up and is like,
no, that's exactly how he woke up this.
He's like, I'm a crew chief. I don't need to comb this shit.
Yeah. I think it's funny anytime I see somebody. I have multiple facial hairstyles that I will display, but I always think it's funny when I see somebody that is freshly shaven on the sides, but they have the stubbles for their goatee. Like, that's the look that they're going for. Like, my hair's completely gray, but I want to look like a prepubescent teen boy trying to grow a mustache. I don't understand that.
Yeah, I'm working about a week. No shave.
You're doing great, buddy.
I can't grow any hair right here.
So you're telling me your
Kinda
hair
sad.
grows all white trashy like that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. What you see is what you get. Oh, hey, Ryan Blaney's moving under a red flag. Are we not? What is this? Oh my God! Why is Jamie Little allowed to go to the top of the crew box, but not Reagan Smith?
Well, I think there's an obvious
Freaking
reason.
patriarchy.
There's an obvious reason for that. I mean,
Yeah.
would you kick Jamie Little out of your crew box?
Hi, Jamie. What do you need? Yeah, we're gonna try to win. All right, we'll see you after the race.
Oh,
race, right?
You take a little different approach than me, I guess.
Yeah. I just want to celebrate. What is that? Did the sun explode? Oh my God. We're all gonna die.
You heard it here first. I'm stuck in the catch fence. The sun has exploded, and we're all gonna die.
I never knew the sun looked like the eye of Sauron. I'm sorry. Good Lord.
I can't believe I got fired from the radio station today, and I didn't even know it.
You big Lord of the Rings fan?
I've never watched the one of them.
What?
Yeah, not me.
I can sound just like Golem from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you can.
Wow, that was really bad.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
But he stores the precious. He wants it. We should take it back and take the precious. No stupid habits. They like you.
That's disturbing.
It's not disturbing the precious. It's everything we fight for, Joe. We support it. We need the precious.
Is the precious the ring?
Yes.
Oh. Give me the storyline real quick of Lord of the Rings. Do we have enough time for that?
Yeah.
So
the ring was created.
Uh-huh.
The main antagonist wants it back because it holds power. The bad people can see you while you wear the ring, even though it gives you power. So the whole point is this really long ass journey that they could have rode a dragon for to take it back to this volcano. So they take it back to the volcano to destroy it. It's like having too much power. The ring has too much power.
Well,
but if you have the ring, you have a lot of power.
Where do the little guys with pointy ears come into play?
The elves?
Yeah.
They don't want them to have the ring either because it has a lot of power. So they don't want it to fall into the orcs' hands.
What's an orc?
The bad people.
Okay.
And Orlando Bloom is an elf, and he's a he's a BAMF.
Well, okay. Do they destroy the ring?
Yeah. Spoiler from 2006: they do get rid of the ring.
Was it like one ring to rule them all?
Yep.
One ring to find them.
That's it.
One ring to bind them.
See after the restart for the 15th.
So
time.
I feel like, hey, I can't believe he was just like, hey, I'm out of here. Since you can't hear me, if you happen to go back and watch this live stream, Ryan, I hope Kyle Busch wrecks it.
Bubba Wallace moved all the way back up to 10th. William Byron's moved up to 11th.
I hope Kyle Busch wrecks on the restart. There, I've said it.
Come on, Kyle Busch. Come on, Kyle Busch. Come on, Kyle Busch. Come on, Kyle Busch. For the 20th restart.
Here we go. Oh, Larson's not getting a great jump. Really? Maybe. Nope. He needs a little push from Blaney there.
Come on, baby. Come on, Rowdy. Come on, Rowdy.
Ooh, they're going to rate. Yeah. Good Lord. He shot out of a cannon out of turn 1 there. Or turn 2, actually.
There we go. There we go. There we go. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want. That's what we want.
Looks like Busch got shot out of a cannon coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, Ryan Blaney definitely helped him.
If you want to know what I said about you before this restart,
I don't care. I don't care.
You're going to have to go back and watch the live stream.
I just want Kyle Busch to win.
14 to go.
Come on, Larson and Busch. Just keep maintaining your lead.
What scares me is everybody in the top 15 is on old tires right now.
Not everybody. Martin Truex is on 4. Martin Truex and Bubba Wallace are both on new tires.
Oh, they came in? We're going to have a wreck. Somebody's going to Chastain here.
Shut up!
Told you.
You're right.
Somebody's going to Chastain him.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Chastaining people.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This is wild back there.
I know. Either Chastain's going to get Chastained or he's going to Chastain somebody.
You're not wrong, dude.
Look at this. Who's that popping out?
That's your boy, bro. That's JJ, right? In the 51?
I'm talking about who is that?
Bell?
Yeah.
Well, Bell worked the entire 300 miles to get up front and then got wrecked.
Oh, my God. Leave that dude alone.
Whoa.
Bubba and Byron. Bubba and Byron are battling.
Come on. Just stay green. If it stays green, Joe, I like our chances of a 1-2 finish. No, you want it to be the other way around.
That would really
but
help me
I
in
just,
my points.
I don't think that's going to help you in with having 2 tires. Yeah, McDowell's definitely hanging tough with 2 tires versus 4. Come on, Kyle.
Larson. These guys are racing in the middle of the pack way too hard. We're going to get a caution with about 6 to go. Look at the way these guys are driving. Truex is about to wreck Harvick, or not.
Harvick or McDowell, one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two. Somebody's going to start. They're going to start trying. You said Truex got 4 tires.
Yeah,
he could do stuff like that. These guys on 2 tires, and all 4 of them are old right now. Can't move that car like that right now. Truex is able to do that. Oh my God! Getting in line.
Can he hold on to this top 10? Come back for Byron. After falling out of the top 15.
Hate to go.
Corey LaJoy has sucked it up, man.
Yeah, he's been terrible. I love Todd Gilliland, Joe. I think that Todd Gilliland, if he got in a decent ride, would be really good. I think he's in 14th right now. He just don't get any. Hell of a day for Front Row Motorsports. I mean, McDowell's in 8th. Todd Gilliland's in 15th. That's a pretty good day.
Oh, man.
Carson Hocevar has the best last place finish that people have had in a long time.
I don't disagree. Byron, McDowell, and Harvick are racing really hard.
Yeah. And they're all 3 in different lanes. That's what makes it pretty cool. Byron's got 4 tires.
Cody was very close to taking Gilliland today. He was only 3K.
That'd have been a good one. A lot better than piece of shit Corey LaJoy.
Man. I'll tell you what, you're looking pretty good if this goes the distance. Oh, my God!
Stay.
Oh, man, I'm sorry. I tried to contain myself because I knew you weren't there yet. I knew this shit was going to happen. What did I say? What did I say, 6 ago? We're looking at a green-white checker. Here's my question, Ryan. Do they stay out or they come in?
Oh, you got to stay out. If you stayed out to this point, you got to stay out.
What's her
Martin
name?
Truex has only gained 2 spots.
Here's what we'll see, though, and this is what scares me. Larson. Oh, yeah. Martin Truex isn't going to catch him. Bubba just lost that himself, didn't he? Oh, look at that. Breaks it.
No, it broke again. Cody's right. It broke again. It looks like he tried to hit the brake and there was nothing there and it swerved.
He got something on fire.
This should never. It's probably the rubber on the brake pad, but with the bigger brake rotors and the bigger brake pads, this should never happen.
Is broke.
This is a shit show.
Oh my God. They gotta go weld that wall again.
Yes, turn sideways.
Thanks, guys. Good shot. have our safety team on the front straightaway looking for.
Not a great day for I believe that was a Brembo rotor. Well, the reason why, Cody, is because turn 1 and turn 2 are a much bigger braking zone. You have to hit the brakes infinitely harder on that sharper turn than you would in 3 and 4. 3 and 4, you just ease into the brake, kind of like a 1.5 mile track. 1 and 2, you have to hit the brakes really hard, and that's why they're failing in that turn versus the other, because you're just barely easing into it on the other.
Yeah, what I think what they need to do to fix this track. This track was a great idea, but this is the 4th car today that this has happened to. You got to put some banking in 1 and 2 there. That's the only way to fix this problem. You can't expect these cars. 300 miles. You can't expect these cars 300 laps actually, right?
300 laps, not even 300. Well, it'd be over 300 miles because it's 1.25 miles.
Yeah. You can't.
No, it's not even 300 laps. It's 260 something laps.
290.
Yeah.
Right.
So, well,
you might be right.
I think 242 according to this.
Yeah, okay.
That's before we go green, white, checker.
So, what you're looking at, obviously, we're going to have NASCAR overtime here. Yeah, they're going to have to put some banking in 1 and 2, or this is going to keep happening. You can't. That's the 4th time this happened. I think it's happened to every manufacturer today, hasn't it?
Well, that's another thing I was just thinking of. What all it's happened to? It's happened to Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace,
okay,
Noah Gragson, and who was the first one? Carson Hocevar. Yeah. What was Hocevar's? So it hasn't happened to Ford yet. But the thing is, Joe, like the other cars have done fine with this. The truck has done fine at this track. The Xfinity's done fine with this track. And they have much smaller brake pads and brake rotors. So evidently it's just the next-gen car that's fucked up. And the same thing happened, if you remember, the same thing happened last year in the fall race at Bristol. We had a ton of mechanical failures. And again, I want to give credit where it's due. Bubba Wallace had a good race again today. He was running in the top 10, and his car failed. And that's not Bubba Wallace's fault. Neither is it Tyler Reddick's, who's obviously on the same team. But
throw Cody's comment up there.
I wouldn't say it screwed him. It definitely hasn't helped. I will say that. It definitely hasn't helped. Back in the day, Cody, Kyle Busch was known as the best restarter in NASCAR. And we've seen that. But if he loses this in overtime, that will be back-to-back years. And he'll feel very sick to his stomach. But by far, Kyle Larson has had a tremendous day with, I don't think should be a top 2 car. And if he can, again, skate away with a 2 finish, this is how you win a championship, by doing this. And Blaney has done nothing, Joe, since being in dirty air. You can definitely tell that car has been one that dominated in clean air, but has been nothing worth mentioning in dirty air. Oh, God, this is the type of shit that makes me sick. Randall Burnett is me right now.
Oh, man.
Logano was a beneficiary last year on an overtime. Kyle Busch led a lot of laps last year and ended up losing this race in overtime.
I'm nervous.
Do things come back around?
I'm real nervous.
The only thing, Joe, I would be nervous on your part is if Kyle Larson gets a bad push.
A bad push. All these guys have bad tires. So, they're all on worn out tires. I don't think that matters too much anymore.
Yeah, but all the rest have 4 compared to 2. Kyle Larson is running on two really, really, really old left side tires. But you're probably right. We've had so many cautions, Joe. You're probably right. It just probably doesn't even matter.
Well, those restarts do chew up those tires a little bit. I will say wisdom from Michael. He just came back and said, I bet Kyle's going to win this race.
I just hope there's two Kyles, 1 and 2. I'll be happy with that. All right. I'll talk to you after the race.
Yeah, green white, baby. Oh, my God. Come on. Come on, Kyle. I'm going to throw up. The only thing I'm scared of right here is all these guys in the top 5 are on old tires. They're going to be racing hard. Diesel.
Come on, Rowdy.
Come on now.
Come on, Rowdy.
Come on. No push at all. Now the back of the pack's going to cause another one.
Come on, baby. Get a good push. Get a good push. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, clear, clear, clear. Get in front. Get in front. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Come on, Bush. Come on, Rowdy. Come on, Rowdy. Come on, Rowdy. You guys fight. You guys fight. You guys fight. Shit. Come on, Kyle. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, run away with it. Come on, run away with it. Run away with it. Come on!
Yeah. Kyle Busch.
Come on! Yes! Let's go!
Oh, man.
Yeah! Yes! Woo! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Yes!
I'm just playing with you, buddy. Good job. Man, what a finish. What a finish. I'll tell you what, I knew I'm glad Kyle Larson was able to keep that in the top 5. That's good stuff.
Yeah, no, it's a good finish for him. I know you wanted him to win and finish in top 2.
I didn't think
that was a good finish for him.
I think, to be honest, here we go. Little donuts. That's 3, baby. Anyway, I'm a closet Kyle Busch fan. I think
not so closeted.
What?
Not so closeted.
Yeah.
For me.
I think that I think what would have happened, and I'm kind of glad Kyle Larson wasn't able to get. I'm glad he was able to stay in the top 5. I don't think he had the car to win this race. I don't think he had the car to be in the top 5. And really, I think the only thing that was going to happen with him trying to compete for that lead, those last 2 laps, was going to cause Rowdy and Larson to wreck out. I think Larson knew that, because he didn't even race Hamlin real hard when Hamlin tried to take the second position there. So.
Well, and you got to think too, Joe. That's why Cliff Daniels is one of the best crew chiefs in NASCAR. Yeah. He gained 10 spots by taking 2 tires. So
look, everybody loves.
I mean, that's a hellacious gamble, and it paid off.
There's the bow, baby.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there's his boy. You're my boy, Blue.
Kyle and Brexton got a win at Tri-City on Saturday or on Friday night.
He's like, I want in the car. Let me get in the car, dude.
He used to get thrown up in the air, and now he's like,
he's too
"You're
big for that now. I wonder who he's pissed off at.
I'm going to listen to this interview real quick.
You complete the perfect weekend. Yeah, absolutely. That was pretty awesome. Man, to sit on the pole, lead a lot of laps, and have my guys do such a great job today was pretty phenomenal for us. Great for RCR. Just winning, baby. So thanks to Team Chevy. Appreciate 3 Chief. Don't forget, hey, guess what? The number 8 special. Free chicken tenders at Cheddar's on Monday. Hey. So
He's an idiot.
celebrate with us. We're going to have a great time with this one. This one's pretty cool. I'll push your winner at Gateway.
Push me steady handling by half a second. Joe the Don
What an idiot. What an idiot. Free chicken tenders, hey.
That's the guy that couldn't get sponsors, Joe.
Yeah. Well, that was a great race. Right into soccer.
Somebody had behind Samantha Bush a Kyle Cush t-shirt.
That's right. Well, Ryan, great race. Congratulations, buddy.
Top 5?
Yeah.
Always happy about top 5 for you, Joe. And
hold on, let's check FanDuel. Let's see where Cody ended up. Probably last.
Damn. Usually it takes a minute for it to go through.
Oh shit! I shouldn't have talked shit. Cody finished second. I finished third.
Oh God, I killed you guys.
Yeah. Kyle helped you out there. No, Gregson killed me. So did Alex Bowman.
Hey Joe.
Yeah.
In that double up, triple double, guess who got first?
Oh yeah. How much you win?
First, $15. Triple up, $5 to win 15.
That's not bad. Well,
not a bad day at the to win $15 on like a tournament. It takes a lot.
Yeah, I know. Well, we've been at this for 5 hours today, so
not even joking.
Yeah,
1.5. We did this for 90 minutes before the red flag.
Yeah. So, thanks for joining us. Also, if you happen to jump in here just at the end, tickle the subscribe button for us. It'll help us out.
Oh, before we go, your winner, Kyle Rowdy Bush.
Woo! Yeah.
It's not as big as yours, but it's still.
Yeah, I know. I hear that a lot.
That's a perfect way to end the stream. Stuck in the catch fence. I'm Ryan Peters with Joe Spillman. Tickle the subscribe button. We'll see.